Like a beacon on a hilltop, Tahlequah breezes furrow the black and gold. On a December morning along the foothills of the Ozarks, the Buffalo have roamed north for the beginning of a 3-day tournament. It's an opportunity to put your skills to the test, but without the pressure of the grueling district standings. However, this morning isn't just any regular season tournament game. No. Today, it's POTAC. Who will win the latest edition of this historic and bitter rivalry and advance to the semifinals? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to the place where they play in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside Nate Brown. And we have the boys first today as you're tuned into the Buffalo pregame show here on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM on the KNED app, as well as at McAlsterRadio.com on the KNED tab. Video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. Today we have the Ada Cougars and your McAlester Buffaloes in the opening round of the 2025 Sequoyah Invitational. We'll see these Cougars a little bit later on in the Cougar Den. That will be on January the 27th. But partner, 2 days off of a hard-fought, come-from-behind win over one rival, the Buffaloes have another rival to do battle with, and this time it is the rival.
That's right. It is the rivalry here at the place where they play, and I'm very excited to see how this game turns out. We saw a very exciting game last year at the MAC. I believe it was about a 5-point win for McAlester, like 56-51.
It was 59-50.
59-50, close enough. I was basically right. But, yeah, I'm very excited to see how this game plays out.
Yeah, let's preview the McAlester Buffaloes 2-0 on the season under first-year head coach Lou Dawkins. McAlester shot about as poorly as you could through three quarters a couple of nights ago. 27% from the field and 1 of 21 from three through three quarters led to an 11-point deficit to begin the fourth quarter against the Durant Lions. But the Buffs outscored Durant 26-11 in the fourth quarter behind forcing 9 fourth-quarter turnovers, including a Rodney steal and dunk to take the lead with 18 seconds left in the game to secure a 61-57 win and beat the Lions for the first time since December of 2023. McAlester did end up shooting 37% from the field and 2 of 25 from three, which was 8%, and that's also 12% worse than Durant, 36% from three worse than Durant. However, McAlester won the rebound battle 36-28 with 21 offensive boards. The turnover battle, they won that as well, 22-11, and they had 14 more free throw attempts than Durant, going 13 of 23 compared to 5 of 9 for the Lions. They had 4 more makes. Some of the star players from that game, obviously Rodney Washington, 21 points on 40% shooting, but what a bounce-back game for Brandon Smith. 15 points on 55% shooting and 6 steals. And I'm just letting you know this, he loves playing against Ada defensively. He had 8 steals in one game, a career high for Brandon last year against the Ada Cougars. We'll see how he does today to be able to begin this Sequoyah Invitational. Also, we had Davian Pouncil with 8 points and 5 boards. We had Devion Bickham. He included 8 boards. Caven Hill had 6 points on 3 of 7 shooting and 6 rebounds. And how about Jacoby Boyd? He was really big for McAlester. Just 6 rebounds, but 4 of those were offensive, and it was the reason why McAlester was only down 1 at the break instead of down maybe 2 or 3 possessions.
Yeah, Jacoby Boyd, he did a lot that didn't show up on the stat sheets, but he had a fantastic game against the Lions.
All right, now let's preview the Ada Cougars, number 9 in Class 4A. Both these teams undefeated, so someone will be getting their first loss in this rivalry game. Last year, the Cougars, they went 16-12. They actually gave up more points than they scored, 51.1 points per game. They gave up 53.5. This year, much better, 64 points per game, giving up 46.7 so far. They lost to Ardmore in the area tournament last year, 62-37, placed 3rd in the Duncan tournament. Only got to play 1 game in the ECOC due to weather, and also 6th place in the Jones tournament. And as we mentioned, McAlester beat Ada 59-50 in the only matchup of the season last year against the Cougars. In that game, McAlester was out-rebounded 34-26 and 14-4 on the offensive glass. Furthermore, Ada blocked 6 shots. However, the Buffs shot 13% better from the field and 30% better from 3 to overcome the struggles in the paint and win 59-50. Also, looking at Ada so far this season, they beat Tuttle 70-52, Kingston 64-45, and Tecumseh 58-43 to begin their season. Again, McAlester and Durant only opponents on the schedule who are, above 4A?
Yes.
Yes. So let's look at the Cougars again. They're led by head coach Kyle Caulfield. And now looking at the Sequoyah Tahlequah Invitational as a whole, McAlester lost to Sepulpa last year, who were the eventual champions of the tournament, 70-60 in the first round, but went on to win the consolation championship behind dominating wins over ranked Riverside. That was a final score of 73-55, and Glenpool 72-47. After having 24 turnovers to Sepulveda, they cleaned it up in the next 2 games, and despite trailing by double digits in the first against Riverside and Glenpool, they outscored both teams by a combined 126 to 62 in quarters 2 through 4 in those next 2 games. It ain't bad. They shot 14% better from 3 than their opponents and 8% better from the field. And obviously, as we mentioned, Sepulveda went on to win the championship over the host team, Sequoyah Tahlequah, 60-57 in last year's game. Looking at the bracket for this year, if McAlester wins this game, they play the late game tomorrow, and that will be against the winner of Sequoyah or Sepulveda. So we have a rematch of last year's championship in the very first round. That game will be played at 8:30 tonight. If McAlester loses this game, they play the loser of that game at 2:30 tomorrow. So that is what is at stake here today. As we already looked at the Ada Cougars and the McAlester Buffaloes, Nate, it is now time to take a look at some players to watch for the McAlester Buffaloes.
All right, my first player to watch today is going to be Brandon Smith. We've known the history TNT has against Durant, and he stepped up to the plate once again on Tuesday, putting up 15 points on 6 of 11 shooting, but was an absolute menace on the defensive side, picking up a mind-boggling 6 steals, with quite a few of them coming in crunch time in the fourth quarter. We'll need to see a similar performance against the Cougars today to send McAlester into the winner's bracket. Next up has to be Rodney Washington. Just like Brandon Smith, Rodney came up clutch in now 2 different sports against the Lions, catching the 2-point conversion to beat Durant on Halloween, and now getting the steal and slam along with the game-sealing free throws to put away Durant, while also putting up 21 points and 9 rebounds. Finally, I've got Davian Pouncil as my third player to watch today. Despite being in foul trouble for the majority of the game, Pouncil was a team-high plus 14 with him on the floor, meaning they were 14 points better with him on the floor than with him off the floor. We'll need to see him stay out of foul trouble today against Ada to get the win. And moving on to the keys to the game. First up, keep your emotions in check. On Tuesday, we saw McAlester do a great job of not letting a double-digit deficit frustrate them too much against a rival as they came back from 11 points down. Now, you've got arguably your biggest rival on the other side of the bench. If you're able to keep that mindset again against the number 9 team in 4A, that's the first step into the winner's bracket. The second step, find your 3-point shot.
You think?
Maybe. McAlester shot an almost unbelievable 2 of 25 from 3-point range. If you're going to come away with a win here today, you simply cannot shoot as poorly from 3 against a team that has more size than Durant did on Tuesday. Find the open 3, watch a couple fall, and the 3-point shot really could snowball in a good way real quick. And finally, keep up the pressure. In the fourth quarter, we saw McAlester put a full-court press on Durant, and the Lions simply could not handle the pressure and athleticism that the Buffs brought to the table. Ada may have comparable size, but there are few teams in the state that can match the athleticism McAlester has.
All right, we'll be back in about 2.5 minutes with our starting lineups here from the place where they play. Day 1 of the Sequoyah Invitational on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
Let's suppose you had a traffic accident. What do you do next? Yes, calling 911 might be a good idea. You'll also want to call your insurance agent. You know all that, but who would you call for repairs? Making that decision in advance is always wise. Ask friends and acquaintances. The name Buck Wilson is sure to come up time and again. They have the expertise, the equipment, and use only the best replacement parts. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
This December, it's time to trade in and trade up at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. Trade in and drive home in a brand new Nissan with more tech, more comfort, and more holiday cheer. Whether it's a rugged Frontier, a family-ready Rogue, or a stylish Sentra, we'll help you trade in and trade up to something that makes every drive feel like Christmas morning. So trade in, trade up. Your sleigh just got an upgrade only at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Welcome back to the place where they play in Sequoyah High School. As Devion Bickham is the first starter announced, the second one will be Brandon Smith. I'll send the rest down to the floor for our starting lineups.
Point guard, shooting guard, 6'2", sophomore, number 3, Rodney Washington. Wing guard, 6'3", junior, number 5, Damian Hansel. And power forward, 6'7", sophomore, number 24, Kaden Hill. Starting lineup for the Ada Cougars. At guard, 6'5", junior, number 11, Rex Reynolds. At guard, 6'1", senior, number 4, Mylan Riley. At forward, 6'4", junior, number 5, Kristen Morris. At center, 6' junior, number 25, TJ James. And at center, 6'5", 11 junior, number 34, Gus Matthews. Head coach for the Ada Cougars, Kyle Caulfield. Head coach.
Again, those are your starting lineups for the McAlester Buffaloes and the Ada Cougars. Both teams undefeated. We will see who falls first and who will advance to the winner's bracket. We're about to have tip-off. That's brought to you by T&W Tire McAlester. Say hi to Gail and Doug. See their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. They carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands to fit your budget. 918-426-6571. So also for the Ada Cougars, a lot of changes when it comes to their lineup. So we're going to try to do the best that we can with what we got here so far. Number 25, TJ James will be in the circle with Caven Hill. McAlester will be moving it right to left across your radio dial and video screen. And as for the Ada Cougars, they'll be moving it left to right. Cougars, the home team on the scoreboard. They're wearing their home white uniforms of the Cougars in maroon. McAlester, their road black jerseys with the gold numerals on the front and back. Nate, great job going down there to be able to get those last second changes.
Appreciate it.
Here's the whistle. Ball's in the air. Tip is won by Ada, and it's basketball time here in the Heartland. Right along the foothills of the Ozarks, day one of the Sequoyah Invitational. With the basketball, Mylan Riley. Riley passes it to the left front court. McAlester with the man-to-man defense. Now far corner driving in with the layup. Quickly scoring number 11, Rex Reynolds, the junior. And Ada up 2-0 on the scoreboard on their first possession. Smith passes near corner to Pouncil. Pouncil working around the perimeter, stops left arc area and gets it between the circles to Rodney Washington, standing on that maroon line. Moves it left, works off a screen by Hill, lost the basketball. Stolen by Riley. Riley almost lost it as Pouncil was applying the pressure. A pass across the timeline, now down to the baseline. Getting good positioning is number 25 down low. Scoring is TJ James, and McAlester with an early 4-0 their arch rival, Ada. Brandon Smith taking it down the floor. Stopping left wing, passing over to the right wing. Rodney Washington eyeing the field, passes to the top of the key to Pouncil. Pouncil works it right with the dribble. Passes forward over to Bickham. Bickham finds a lane, triple team, goes up and is fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Devion Bickham. And this trip to the free throw line will be brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951.
Be the first team foul on Ada. Waiting to see who the foul is on.
Foul's on number 5, which is Grayson Morris. Again, all the changes for Ada. Oh, it's not on the shot, so we're not going to be having free throws here. Not on the shot. Inbound right wing, quick trigger three by Washington right down the chute. Painted gold, and that's a sight for sore eyes after Tuesday.
Very welcome sight.
But, hey, despite McAllister's three-point struggles, Rodney in the first two games shooting 46% from three on the season thus far.
Not too bad.
McAllister down 4-3. Trying to stop Ada for the first possession so far today. They've scored on both of them. Left wing Riley gets it to the right wing over to Reynolds. Reynolds dribbles with the left hand and now feeds it with that left hand. Number 25, T.J. James. Now inside, taken away by Bickham. Bickham passes ahead to Hill. Hill one-on-one towards the low post. Up with the two, and McAllister takes their first lead of the game. Defense turning to offense. McAllister up by 1, 6:11 left in the first quarter. Right wing off a screen. Reynolds. Cross-court pass into the corner. Now to the top of the key. Three-pointer is back ironed. Good box out rebound. Put back up for two. Cedar Thomas. The 6-foot-tall junior for Ada gives them a 6-5 advantage. Now low post. Pouncil tries to get it right back with a hook shot. Can't get the Buffalo bounce. And down low, it's Thomas with the rebound. Now Reynolds ahead to the baseline. Fading out of bounds, having to throw it out. And on it, knocks it out of bounds into one of the media tables along that far side. Ada leading 6-5. 5:44 left in the first quarter. What a matchup that we have for day one between these two teams. Undefeated teams here to start off the boys' side of the bracket. Top of the key, Reynolds lost the basketball. Got the rainbow pass it to the right side of the perimeter. Now looking inside, finding Thomas. Thomas lined up well against Rodney Washington, but he finds an open man in the low post. That was number 5, Grayson Morris with the two, and Ada leads 8-5.
Ada really using their size down low so far.
Driving in, Brandon, low post, might have traveled, and he did. Took an extra step. And here's the thing, I'm looking over at Thomas. He stands at 6 foot tall. It's not as much his height, it's more so his strength. He is really an imposing body down there to be able to use his strength to be able to get the positioning that he wants. And right now he's already trying to show strength against Devion Bickham, and there's a whistle off ball. One of the officials saw that and is trying to tell him and Bickham, okay, we can be aggressive, we can be tough.
We don't need that.
We don't need to be able to push everyone back and forth while there's not a play going on. But those two are already fighting for positioning down the low post. That's going to be a matchup to look for today. Riley, guarded well by Brandon Smith along that far sideline. 5:08 left in the first. Ada leading by 3. Here's the lob baseline. Thomas, spin move down low. He's harassed, and he's fouled on the way up.
I believe the foul's going to be on Bickham. It is. That'll be his first, team first.
That's an easy foul call there. He had an arm bar on him, and Thomas will take 2 free throws here. And they're on the right side of the timeline. McAllister on the left here for the first half. Thomas spins the ball, bends the knees, shot in the air, and back ironed. Brandon was going to box out. I think he thought that he might have made the shot on the previous attempt. But first free throw is missed as the gym gets quiet here at before noon. Second free throw is made. So he splits the trip at the line, and Ada leads by 4 once more, 9-5 the score. 3 minutes into the first quarter, Davian Pouncil has it left front court. Pouncil attacking the paint to the low post. Contested 2, he's fouled, and nearly getting trampled on unintentionally was Davian Pouncil. Again, with all the flying bodies, it was James that had to try to work around him. So Pouncil will go to the free throw line looking for his first made free throw of the season. His only 4 free throws that he had was against Claremore in the season opener. That first free throw is good, and McAllister has brought it back to a one-possession game, 9-6. But it was interesting to see how McAllister would recover from a couple of nights ago, and know that we had both Caven and Brandon kind of battling injuries in the fourth quarter. Looks like they're both doing pretty well so far. So is Pouncil as he makes both of his free throw attempts, and McAllister has cut it to a 2-point game. 9-7. 4:49 remaining in the first. Reynolds with the basketball, guarded by Washington. Works opposite of Washington into the corner. Long pass to the left wing, stopping high post, inside. Thomas knocks over Devion Bickham. No whistle at all. Looked like you could have had a charge there. That was quite a bit of contact. That's going to be the tone that we're setting for today. Rodney Washington, top of the key, passing right wing. Taven Hill. Hill dribbles to the high post, stops, fadeaway jumper from in the paint, can't get the bounce, and it will go to the Cougars. before it's knocked out of bounds as the Buffalo is going after it. So, again, I'm saying that's the way it's going to be today, not in terms of any malicious intent.
But they're going to allow contact
They're
today.
going to allow contact today. So McAlester has to keep that in mind for the remainder of the game. Here's a good inbound over to Devion Bigham. Left it short as it was well guarded. Closing in on by Grayson Morris, preventing the open two. Well drawn up inbound from the baseline, but better guarded by the Cougars and Grayson Morris. Here's a lob to the backside. Reeling it in, climbing the ladder, and bringing it in for two is Milan Riley.
Ada 6 of 7 from the field right now.
13-7 the score. If McAllister's not able to, as there's a right wing three that's short by Rodney. There's an offensive board by Pouncil. Pouncil muscling his way into the paint with a jump stop. There's a whistle and a foul on the floor on the Cougars. Yeah, if McAllister hasn't been able to force a turnover, Ada is scoring. That's just how it's been today so far. Foul's going to be on number 5 again. That's Grayson Morris. That's already his second.
It looks like number 2 will be checking in for him.
Team foul number 3 on the Cougars.
And checking in for McAllister, Jasper Meat.
Did not play for McAllister in the first 2 games. Wasn't even on the roster. And now Jasper Meat getting some early varsity minutes, checking in for Caven Hill. It's a lob in for Rodney Washington into the front court. Down by 6 are the Buffs. Washington over to Brandon. Right arc. Backpedaling after a quick entry into the perimeter, left wing to Pouncil. Pouncil's left alone. He can take a 3. He'll decide to take a long 2 instead, and he's too strong with the shot. If he would have been a couple of steps further back, that probably goes down. There's a nice pass to the other end of the floor, and not being able to score in transition was number 25, TJ James. McAllister working the other way. Rodney towards the rack. Rodney leaves it for Davian Pouncil. What a look behind the back pass. Perfect feed to Pouncil, and it's 13-9. 3:18 left in the first quarter. Inside the circle is Reynolds. Reynolds works around Rodney to the left arc. Now backs on up, works off a screen, takes an open left wing 3, airballed it, grazed the bottom of the net. Saving it was Thomas. Second chance for the Cougars. Down inside Riley. Riley gets it back out to Thomas. Thomas swings it to the top of the key. 3-pointer in the air and way off to the right. They're struggling from 3 so far today, though.
0 of 3 right now.
Here's a pass to the far corner. Bigham fakes the pass. Nice. Fake. Baseline jumper will go. Beauty there by Devion Bigham and makes it a 2-point game, 13-11.
Brandon, right now we are seeing some high-level basketball on both sides.
2:40 left in the first. This is what we expected between these 2 undefeated teams in the early 2025-2026 season. Low post, Riley made that look easy. Straight to the low post, make it 15-11. Far side, Pouncil traveled. Yep, he carried that ball up high. And Caven Hill will come back in this time for Bigham. 2:26 left in the first. And as you mentioned, Nate, high-quality basketball so far today. Don't know who number 2 is, by the way, because, again, we had a lot of cross-outs for the Ada Cougars roster. So they did not show us who number 2 was on that roster. We'll see if that changes here. But number 2 currently has the ball, angle right. 2 works off a screen, passes into the corner to Thomas. Thomas sets up for a 3. That's not Thomas, rather. That's number 22. That is Owen Wofford that missed the 3. Meek currently has the ball in the front court. Meek gives off to Hill. Hill settles for a free throw jumper that grazes the front iron. Now both teams kind of going slow with their shot after a hot start. Buffs down by 4, 1:49 left in the first. At far corner and mishandling the ball is 2.
And checking in for Ada will be number 23, coming in for number 11. Do not have a 23
Don't have
either.
a 23 on the roster. Oh, a whole bunch of changes here for the Cougars on their roster.
And checking in for McAllister, Case Patton coming in for Davian Pouncil.
At halftime, if we have enough time, maybe
I'll run down there.
Try to go get the scores table sheet. But on the actual roster that they had on the scores table, they marked off a bunch of the roster numbers for the Cougars and gave updated numbers. We'll have to figure it out a little bit further at halftime. Here's a pass that's tipped straight back over to Hill. Now to Washington between the circles. 1:37 left in the first. Washington works off a screen by Hill. Picked up well. Step back. Long 2 is short. A rebound and a quick foul on Moscato. And with 90 seconds left in the first, we're still looking at a 15-11 game.
It's going to be the first on Moscato, team second.
Cougars once again will work it down the floor. Riley with the basketball. Dribbling right. Give it on off over to the right wing to Wofford. Wofford swinging it over to the left wing. 3-pointer in the air by the Cougars, and that one's off. Rebounded by Riley as he climbs the ladder to bring that one in. To the near corner now with the ball. Williams Williams gives it off. Back outside. Right wing three by Wofford. That one's down the chute. Ada connects. It's 18-11. 7-point Ada lead. Patton works quickly to the perimeter. Now backs on up. Working against what looks to be a man-to-man defense by the Cougars. Washington with it. Passes over to Moscato. Angle right. Moscato collapsed on. Almost a foul there. Probably could have been called a foul on the hit to the right arm. Patton now has the ball as he struggles with the dribble with the left hand. Now working to the right side with the right hand. And closes beyond the perimeter and out of the far corner with the pass. Moscato trying to drive. Low post. In trouble. Guarded up well by Cougar. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Cougars. That could have gone either way there. Ref right on the spot said it was last touch by Ada. With 29 seconds remaining in the first. Devion Bickham will come back in this time for Jasper Meat. So it's Patton, Washington, Hill, Bickham, and Moscato on the floor, and we're waiting for someone to inbound the ball. And it'll be Patton to do the honors. Baseline right at the glass. Patton slaps the ball, looks for an open man, finds Washington, far corner. Washington trying to get advantage to the low post. Tries driving, can't score, leaves it short. Ball gets knocked loose by a Buffalo, but the Cougars recover deep in the corner in the backcourt. Now they cross the half-court line with a deep pass to the far corner. Inside of Wofford, cutting towards the basket, misses the layup. Rebounded by Hill. Washington moving the other way. 10 seconds left in the first, down by 7. He's hit as he fades baseline behind the backboard. Nearly made the shot. It tumbles off the front side of the rim, and 2 free throws will be coming up for Mr. Washington. Rodney so far a 64% free throw shooter here in 2025. Against Ada last year, struggled at the line, went 3 of 7. Against Durant, went 8 of 14. And in this Sequoyah Invitational, as he makes the first free throw, he was a 64% free throw shooter. Yeah, look at this stat line in the Sequoyah Invitational 3-game tournament last year. Rodney, 55% from the field, 55% from 3, 26.3 points per game.
Not too shabby.
Second free throw is no good. He splits the trip at the line, and Ada gets the rebound with 6 seconds left. Passes to the half-court line, 3 seconds. Chance at points at the buzzer. They throw it away. Had an open man cutting the baseline to the basket, and he sails it out of bounds. So 2.4 on the clock here in the first for Ada to try to keep McAlester off the board. McAlester, if they hit a half-court buzzer beater here, can make it a one-possession game going into the second.
Brandon Smith checking in for Rodney Washington for this final possession.
They'll roll it into Patton. Patton grabs it. Patton, three-quarter court heave. It's good if it goes, and it went! It went! Case Patton, three-quarter court buzzer beater. Banks it in. The bank is open at 11:46 in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. We go into the second with an 18-15 game. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Well, Dude Perfect, they just reached Case Patton's voicemail. He'll be in the next episode. A three-quarter court heave at the buzzer by Case Patton has made this an 18-15 game, a one-possession game. Nate, after one quarter of play, what do you see between these two rivals?
Well, like we were talking about during the first quarter, really some high-level basketball being played by both these teams. Both teams are shooting above 40%. McAlester 5 of 12 from the field. Ada good for 53% at 8 of 15. Really excited to see this so far.
Okay, we'll see who can take the reins in this game in the second quarter. Again, McAlester struggled in the middle quarters against Durant back on Tuesday, and they needed to have a big 26-11 fourth quarter to win that game and stay undefeated in the early season. Looking for a better second quarter and third quarter here. This is a long break between the first and second quarter. Coach Dawkins really going over everything with his team. Onto the floor will be Patton, right now the man of the hour. Brandon Smith, Ty Moscato, Caven Hill, and Devion Bickham. Again, with these early games, especially on Thursday, you don't see a lot of people in the stands. A lot of people have to work. That's why we're here for you guys. But the people that were here lost their minds, and me included. Patton will pass near corner. Brandon Smith driving baseline, double team, try to give it on up to Hill. Hill knocked it out of bounds, and it was last touched by him as well. The post is not going to be a thing that McAlester really has an advantage in today, and they didn't have it last year against Ada either. They were out-rebounded offensively, 14-4, and they lost that rebound battle even more so by about 12 boards last season. So McAllister's guard play is what's going to have to get it done today if they want to win this. Riley setting up for a long, is that a two?
I believe so.
Waiting on the scoreboards, that's a two-pointer. So just in front of the three-point line, Riley with the made two. Hill going baseline, backing up his man, still backing him up, gets into the paint, back outside of Moscato. Standing about 5 feet from the three-point line, dribbles to the top of the key, takes the three, and it's blocked. Moscato worked off a screen, but again, Ada's defense has been suffocating. Both defenses have been great. The reason why we have a combined 35 points so far is because of the nice shooting by both of our teams. Although Ada has been better, and that reflects in a 5-point lead. Cross-court pass into the corner. Thought about the setup three was 23. Instead gets it down to the low post. Back outside, Wofford. Might have had a foot on the line. Takes the three. It was a called three, but it's a missed three. Rebounded by Hill. Hill tries to throw it to Patton. It's tipped and stolen by Williams. Williams left alone. Air balls a near corner three. As Bickham tried to save the ball in the other corner, Wofford went flying out of play. And it'll be Cougar basketball again. And McAlester will send back onto the floor Davian Pouncil and Rodney Washington. Patton and Moscato will take a seat. So 20-15, McAlester needs to get a board right now and take care of the basketball. They've been doing a decent job of that so far in the first two games, averaging just 9 turnovers in their first two. Into the corner, three-pointer up in the air by the Cougars, and that one's off as well. Rodney's got the rebound. Rodney trying to race it down. Bounce pass to Smith. Smith one-on-one, low post, can't get the bounce. Flying in, Pouncil with the rebound, but he's fighting for it. Now Bickham is as well, and we'll have a tie-up. And it will be Ada basketball as they own the possession arrow. You can also tell that McAlester still trying to find their footing, and they're not in peak form yet at all.
Right.
Again, some of these guys were just on a gridiron a few weeks ago. Different form of conditioning, and also making sure they perfect their craft. 20-15, McAllister's down to Ada by 5. 6:25 left in the first half. Into the corner. Reynolds back into the game. He bounce passes it to the low post. Gathering it back is Thomas. Thomas guarded up well by Hill. Finds a man in Wofford. Wofford directly underneath the rim. Gets the top of the key on the drive. Double team. There's a lot of contact and a whistle.
He'll be on the shot. It'll be the first team foul from McAlester here in the second quarter. Foul's going to be on Caven Hill. That'll be his first.
Both teams doing a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble.
Right now from McAlester, no one with more than a single foul.
First free throw is back ironed.
Ada right now just 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
I was about to say they're doing better from the field than they are from the free throw line, but again, they've only taken 3 free throws.
And Ada also right now 1 of 9 from three-point range.
Second attempt is no good either. That one's too strong. So 0-2 from the line that time. Brandon Smith has the rebound, and he takes it across the floor. Finds his way to Pouncil straight away. Pouncil back over to Smith, near corner three, in the air, left it short. Throwing it to the other side. Brandon playing defensive back. Nearly had an interception, but he's fouled on the attempt. And he's taking a little bit of time to get up. He'll be okay. That's what we would call a pass interference.
Yes.
Offensive pass interference.
Foul's going to be on number 23 for Ada. His first, team first here in the second quarter.
2 minutes into the second. 5-point deficit for McAlester. Brandon takes it across the half-court line. Getting loosely guarded by his defender. About 5 feet in front of him. Works opposite of the screen by Hill and gives it off to Rodney, far sideline. Rodney off a screen by Brandon, gives it back to Brandon. Brandon settles into a right wing three, is too strong. Pouncil climbs up high and brings it back down, and one. Reached up high with the right hand, brought it back in strong, went back up strong. Cha-ching plus tax. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Pouncil trying to make it a 2-point game, and he'll do so. Rainbow free throw, finds the pot of gold, and it's 20-18.
Pouncil's got 6 early on here.
5:35 left in the half, and a 2-point McAlester deficit. Reynolds tries to drive right on Rodney. Jump stops beyond the perimeter. Now feeds it back near the circle to Wofford. Wofford one dribble. Feeds it baseline. Throws it off the glass. Taken back by Bickham. Bickham on the drive. Bickham a tough 2 with the fingertip roll. Will miss. Taken back by a wide open Davian Pouncil in the paint. And he ties the game 20-20. By the way, that's a steal, I guess, by Davion Bickham, not a rebound.
That's what I recorded.
5:09 left in the half, and we'll take a timeout. 20/20 vision is what we're looking at here. 20/20 game here on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power down box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit, finish, and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
It is POTAC today for the McAlester Buffaloes. That's what they call this rivalry. It is 20-20 with 5:09 left in the first half. The McAlester Buffaloes trying to pounce on the Ada Cougars today and advance into the winner's bracket. But again, these two teams are great. They've been great to be able to start the season, and someone's going to come away with a first loss of the 2025-2026 campaign. Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown here bringing you the call today. Ada with the basketball after a timeout. That's the first timeout by either team today. And with the basketball is Reynolds. Reynolds works off a screen by Thomas in the front court. Now passes to the near corner. A pump and drive, pulling up, free throw line jumper is short. Rodney Washington there with the board. Washington quickly gets it across the half-court line. Passes to Brandon, cutting to the rack. Brandon low post, shot is blocked. Davian Pouncil offensive rebound. He's been playing janitor today. He cleans up the missed shot, and McAlester takes the lead. It's a 7-0 run for him after it was 20-15. Now driving, bounce pass low post. Up in the air, rims out with the shot. Hill's got the rebound. Hill runs into a man, and there will be a tie ball on the run-in, but possession arrow favors McAlester. No, McAlester wants to push it after they get rebounds, but sometimes that means you're running right into a defender.
Right.
That could easily lead to situations like that, but fortunately for McAlester, they own the possession arrow and they get the ball anyway. So 7-0 run for the black and gold. They lead by 2 with 4:33 left in the half. Smith straight away, passes angle right, cutting to the rack, pulling up. Fadeaway jump shot is airballed by Rodney from about 12 feet out.
Rodney 1 of 5 today so far.
We saw him pick it up in the second half against Durant. Could expect the same today. Rodney nearly got a steal against Reynolds in the front court. Ball quickly finds its way down low, and playing down in the post is Brandon Smith with the steal. Ahead to Rodney. Rodney towards the rack. Could have slammed it down, but instead just wanted the easy 2, so he lays it in. 24-20. Ada trying to catch McAlester napping. Losing the ball down low. Taking it back is Riley. Riley right block. His shot goes. It might have been partially blocked there by Hill, but it still went in. Nice shot. Reynolds steal over Rodney with the pass. Rodney grabbed the arm of Reynolds as he was trying to make his way to the basket. And that'll be Rodney's first personal, second team foul. Both teams have 2 fouls apiece. I like that foul by Rodney, though.
Make him earn it. Don't worry about the transition opportunity.
You know, clear path foul here in high school basketball. 24-22 after the inbound, near the circle to Thomas. He gives it right back off to Reynolds. 3:42 left in the half. Buffalo's clinking onto a 2-point lead. Reynolds, after a screen by Thomas, passes to the left wing after that was guarded up well by Bickham. Now to the straightaway mark, pass down low, blocked shot by Hill. Hill's got the board too. Hill running the transition offense to the far corner, back out over to Rodney. Rodney with the drive. Rodney with the easy layup as he created a lane. 26-22, McAlester up by 4.
Rodney's got 8 now.
Told you, just let him pick it up a little bit. 3:13 left in the half. Give him some time.
Just a bit of a slow start.
Riley trying to drive on Brandon. Brandon right there with him. Pass is tipped in the air and stolen by Rodney. Rodney ahead for Brandon. Brandon, a little bit of trouble with the pass. Passes back out to Pouncil. Pouncil had the open three. Instead, jump stops into the low post and scores. Davian Pouncil so good with the jump stop down low, and he's already up to 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting. McAlester, so far since they went down 20-15, they have gone on a 13-2 run. And we have some contact down in the low post. This one might be on Hill, matched up with Thomas. Off ball.
If it's on Hill, it's his second. And it is.
Yeah, no one really in foul trouble. No one has picked up their third, but now Hill's got to be careful that he doesn't pick that up. And Jasper Meat will come in for Caven Hill. Just already the addition of Meat on this team to be able to play in the post gives Hill and McAlester more flexibility to be able to balance out their fouls. Because although you may not have the height, Jasper Meat, we know in football, brings the strength. Here's a near corner three, I believe that was too strong. Pouncil had the rebound, passes ahead to Bickham. Bickham on the drive, feeds to Brandon, far corner. Pump fake, now goes baseline. 2 is up and down, 30-22. McAlester is hot right now, 15-2 run. 2:23 left in the half. Rodney tried to get a poke over Reynolds. Reynolds gets right past both players. But also Davian Pouncil trying to close in and make up that room. Commits his first foul, team foul number 4. One more will send Ada to the line for the rest of the quarter. I think it's the largest lead for either team thus far. 8 points for McAlester, 30-22. Reynolds guarded by Rodney. In the corner of the front court, left side, he'll try to drive on Rodney. Now with a contested 2, won't bank in. Mead's got the board as he clears it. Mead in trouble, needing to get it around Reynolds and does so. Finds Pouncil. 2 minutes left in the half. Pouncil on the drive. Pouncil Euro step with the left hand. That's a beautiful shot. Davian Pouncil in his bag like Santa Claus. 1:57 left in the half. It's a 10-point McAlester lead. You're listening to McAlester basketball on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
We're back here at the place where they play in Cherokee County. I'm Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown. It is a McAlester 32-22 lead. Since they went down 15-20, they have gone on a 17-2 run. McAlester trying to see how far they can go here. And on the floor, Devion Bickham, Rodney Washington, Brandon Smith, Davian Pouncil, Jasper Meat. McAlester wants to press, and Ada beats the press. Riley, the low post, and now it's an alley-oop, nearly bringing down the rim. And not just the rim, the entire backboard was Cedar Thomas. He grabbed onto it, held onto it, and that thing was about to
come down.
Come completely down. Just a good thing that it didn't break like the Shaq backboard.
Yeah, we'd have been here for a little bit then.
That leads to a turnover. No foul or anything, just a turnover. And McAlester will get the ball. Rodney with it. Passes high post to Pouncil. Pouncil, what can you do? Spin move in the paint. Nice move again. Pouncil, come on, have mercy.
He's got 16.
If you're wondering, Davian Pouncil's career high is 26 points. Near corner, wide open, two-handed dunk. Flying in there was T.J. James after he got past his defender. That ends a McAlester big run. They're still up by 10, the Buffaloes are. 34-20 at angle right, gets a screen by Meat. The high post, takes the right elbow, 2, and airballed it. Rebounded by James. Meat came from behind, fouled. That's not a good foul because that also gives free throws to the Cougars on the other side of the half-court line.
I mean, at the very least, you're making them earn it.
It's only Meat's first, but again, that's team foul number 5 and puts the Cougars into the bonus for the remaining 72 seconds of this first half.
And again, right now, Caven Hill, the only player from McAlester with more than a single foul.
With how bad the middle quarters were for McAlester against Durant, this second quarter has been equally as good.
It's great to see.
T.J. James getting 2 attempts here. First free throw is way off, way too strong, and Ada right now struggling from the free throw line. They're 1 of 5. Struggling from 3 and struggling from the free throw line. Sounds a lot like, again, McAlester on Tuesday.
And I'll say after that free throw, that makes that a good foul by Meat.
Second free throw by James in the air. That one's back ironed. And Meat's got the rebound. Who else? Ahead to Brandon. Brandon, easy layup. McAlester, too fast to the other side. 36-24, and that was just off of a rebound. 60 seconds left in the half, and a 12-point McAlester lead, tied for their largest lead of the game. Bickham right there with Reynolds as he crosses the half-court line. Reynolds dribbles into a double team, passes right wing to Riley. Riley inside to Thomas. Thomas guarded well by Meat, but a nice move, and he can't score, though. Meat right there trying to get the ball. It goes out to the front court. Bickham diving for it. Still loose. Grab back by the Cougars. Second chance here. Well, they throw it over to Pouncil. Pouncil knocks it out of bounds, and they'll stay with Ada. McAllister's defense right now suffocating. Suffocating defense. Ada showed that in the first quarter. McAlester has kind of turned the tables here in the second.
Coming in right here, Case Patton and Ty Moscato in for Brandon Smith and Rodney.
I like this by Lou right here. You got a 12-point lead. You don't want them to pick up their second foul in the final 30-something seconds. And don't be surprised if Brandon and Rodney come in if you get the ball with like 10 seconds left.
Right.
Reynolds passes angle left. Looking inside, dribbling into the front court and backing up and creating space between the ball handler and Moscato. Cross court to the near corner. Riley dribbles up, mid-range jumper is up and good. Nice shot by Milan Riley, and it's a 10-point game. 22 seconds left. See, McAlester takes the final shot here. Coach Dawkins tells Pouncil to slow down. If anything, you're going to go into the halftime with a double-digit lead, 36-26. Pouncil, do you have an encore to finish off this second quarter? Pouncil making his approach, goes opposite of the screen. Spin move, no he doesn't. Threw it out of bounds. He was trying to maybe get it to Bickham with 3.6 seconds left in the half.
Worth a shot.
But now the Cougars have a chance at a heave at the buzzer. Reynolds looks, finds Riley. Back to Reynolds, 1 second. Front court shot at the buzzer, almost went. But McAlester will go into the locker room with a 10-point lead. 36-26 is our score. McAlester, they were in the middle there of a 21-6 run that leads to a 10-point lead at the break. You're listening to McAlester Basketball. We'll look at some halftime stats when we return on KNED.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
Let's suppose you had a traffic you do next. Yes, calling 911 might be a good idea. You'll also want to call your insurance agent. You know all that, but who would you call for repairs? Making that decision in advance is always wise. Ask friends and acquaintances. The name Buck Wilson is sure to come up time and again. They have the expertise, the equipment, and use only the best replacement parts. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day and home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
This December, it's time to trade in and trade up at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. Trade in and drive home in a brand new Nissan with more tech, more comfort, and more holiday cheer. Whether it's a rugged Frontier, a family-ready Rogue, or a stylish Sentra, we'll help you trade in and trade up to something that makes every drive feel like Christmas morning. So trade in, trade up. Your sleigh just got an upgrade only at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Well, after trailing by as many as 7 points, the McAlester Buffaloes lead by 10 at halftime. 36-26 our score behind a 21-6 run in the second quarter. Let's look at your halftime stats. That is brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
All right, looking at your halftime stats here, as McAlester once again leading 36-26, Davian Pouncil has had himself a first 2 quarters. He has 16 points on 7 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 5 offensive, and he only has 1 foul. No one more than 2 fouls today for McAlester thus far. Rodney Washington with 8 points on 3 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3. He is the only, well, take that back. Case Patton did have a 3-quarter court shot heave to go for a 3, but Rodney's the only one to make one from the perimeter. He also has gone 1 of 2 from the free throw line and 2 rebounds. Also has 1 steal to his name. Again, 8 points for Washington. Brandon Smith, 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting, 0 of 2 from downtown, 1 rebound and 1 steal. Caven Hill, 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting, 1 of 1 from the line, 4 rebounds, and that's 1 block for him as well. Case Patton, that again 3-quarter court heave for 3 points, and that's his only stat thus far. Devion Bigham has had 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting and also 2 steals for numero uno. And Ty Moscato has taken a 3-point attempt. He's gone 0 of 1. And Jasper Meat with 3 rebounds so far today. Looking at your team stats, McAlester shooting 50% from the field, 15 of 30. Ada has taken only 1 less shot for 12 of 29 for 41%. McAlester 2 of 6 from 3 for 33%. Ada just 1 of 11 for 9% from downtown. McAlester has gone 4 of 5 from the line for 80%. This is also a big difference in the game. Ada has had 6 free throw attempts. They've only made 1. They've gone 1 of 6 for 17%. McAlester with 18 rebounds, 5 offensive. The Ada Cougars with 15 rebounds with 4 offensive. I did not expect McAlester to be winning the rebound battle today, but that is what they're doing. Also, in terms of steals, McAlester has recorded 4. The Ada Cougars have recorded 3. McAlester has turned the ball over 8 times, and the Cougars have turned it over 7. So McAlester losing the turnover battle by 1. McAlester with 1 block, and the Cougars with 2. So, Nate, while we have you here, if there's something you want to see from McAlester in the second half, what do you want to see them improve upon or maybe continue to do to build on this lead or maybe keep it where it's at and get into the winner's bracket tomorrow?
Well, I mean, keep up the tough defense. In the second quarter, you saw McAlester turned up the pressure on defense, and it led Ada to not be able to find shots, force some passes, and McAlester forced a bunch of turnovers. And on the offensive side, just keep doing what you're doing. You're finding your open shots. You're getting out in transition. You're converting those transition layups. Just keep doing what you're doing on the offensive side.
All right. Again, those are your halftime stats brought to you by First Realty. This broadcast is brought to you by Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fit and Nissan McAlester, WE Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Stipe Law Firm, and Vickers Power Sports. I'm Brandon Green. That's Nate Brown. 36-26 is our score. McAlester on top by 10. We'll start the second half here in about 3 minutes. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on day 1 of the Sequoyah Invitational in Tahlequah on KNED.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with a Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipeLaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power down box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485.
Let's suppose you had a traffic accident. What do you do next? Yes, calling 911 might be a good idea. You'll also want to call your insurance agent. You know all that, but who would you call for repairs? Making that decision in advance is always wise. Ask friends and acquaintances. The name Buck Wilson is sure to come up time and again. They have the expertise, the equipment, and use only the best replacement parts. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
About to begin the second half here in Tahlequah. Along the foothills of the Ozarks, McAlester Buffaloes lead the Ada Cougars 36-26. Again, whoever wins this game will take on the winner of Sapulpa and Sequoyah Tahlequah, which is the championship game from last year, in which the Sapulpa Chieftains ended up winning that. Whoever loses that game will play at, I believe it's at 2:30. Whoever wins that game will be at 8:30 with the winner of this game. Of course, the loser of this game, vice versa as well. So, McAlester will be on defense as we're switching sides here. They'll defend the left side of the half-court line. They'll be on offense on the right. So Ada with the basketball to begin. Rodney Washington, Brandon Smith, Devion Bigham, Caven Hill, and Davian Pouncil on the floor for the black and gold. Right front court with the ball, Reynolds. Reynolds goes to the high post. Lost the ball towards the paint. Misses the shot after he got it back. Rodney's got the rebound, and he's tangled up with Riley. Riley lays off, and Rodney takes it down the floor. Rodney lost the control himself, nearly had a double dribble there with it too. Passes far corner to Davian. Davian spins to the low post, and that one a little bit too strong after going 7 of 9 from the field. Again, I don't know if that's sustainable for the rest of the game, but he had a great first half with 16 points. Trying to build on that here in quarter number 3. McAlester leading by 10, 36-26 after 2 paint misses by both teams. Reynolds with the drive, tries to get that back, misses the shot. Riley with the putback, and it is now 36-28. Riley having himself a game. That's up to 12 points for, I believe, Milan Riley. Brandon to the short corner. Back out to the right wing. Jump stop, high post. Going up for a tough 2 as Devion Bigham can't rim it in. Nice move. McAlester to an 0-2 start to begin the third quarter. 6:48 left in it. Pretty much just getting it started. Dribbling left is Reynolds. Reynolds attacking, stopping baseline. Now a no-look pass to the top of the key. Thomas steps into a 3 and can't get it to go. Way too strong. Rebound outside the perimeter by Pouncil. Pouncil dribbling it down. Pouncil finds a lane. Pouncil lost the ball. Low post to Hill. And that makes it a 10-point game again. 38-28.
Caven Hill's got 5 today.
Nice save there by Brandon Smith. And finding the open Hill. Low post. Feeding it to the top of the key to Thomas. Thomas dribbling it around the arc and hands it off on the right side of it. Pass back to Reynolds. Reynolds works off a screen to the top of the key. Swings it back left wing, down to the low post. 2 is up, and a foul called. As going to the line will be James.
And that'll be the third on Caven Hill.
Coach Dawkins livid at how McAlester defended that last play. 6:06 left in the third.
And Jasper Meek going to check in after this first free throw.
Ada trying to be better at the free throw line. They were 1 of 6 from the line in the first half. Here's their 7th attempt, and that's no good either. They're 1 of 7. That's back ironed.
Meek checking in for Caven Hill.
Meek's provided some quality minutes so far today. In his first varsity basketball game.
Not too bad so far.
Second free throw is good, so that breaks that. I believe 6 in a row misses there for the Cougars. They're now 2 of 8 from the charity stripe. Rodney trying to attack, dribbles behind the back, long 2, got fouled, no call. Offensive board, Davian Pouncil can't make that shot. Jasper Meek nearly had his hands in on it. Yeah, there was a clear hack of Rodney Washington, and then just no whistle there. 5:50 left in the third quarter. To the right wing, Riley settled into a 3, missed the shot. Pouncil had the board to Bickham. Bickham dribbles inside the perimeter, short corner, back out near side. Corner 3 up by Smith that won't bounce in. And Jasper Meek has the offensive rebound. Back outside, left wing 3 by Washington. Painted gold. Jasper Meek leading to a 3-pointer by Rodney Washington, and it's 41-29, matching McAllister's game-high 12-point lead. That's Meek's 4th rebound. Dribbling into the right wing, Reynolds takes that right wing 3. That's back iron. They're still struggling from downtown. Rodney with the board, throws it ahead into traffic. Bickham diving for the ball. Now Smith diving for it. Who's got it along the near sideline? Whistle blown. Waiting for a call. I think McAllister got it, and then a timeout called. So we'll take a 30-second timeout and return. 41-29, McAllister up here on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
So McAllister with a 12-point advantage. It's 41-29. McAllister on top, 5:07 left in the third. And after a hustle play by the Buffaloes and then calling their first timeout, they have 4 left, Ada with 3. So Bickham will inbound in front of his bench on this right side of the half-court line. Pouncil trying to get separation from his defender. Instead, the ball will find its way to Brandon Smith on the edge of the circle. He backpedals it up and now dribbles left side. Brandon looking around, he's kind of left alone. Works off the screen by Meek, dribbles to the left wing. Entry dribble, goes to the rack and high off the glass to the bottom of the bucket. Brandon Smith with the left-handed layup, and it's 43-29, contested layup.
He's got 6 points.
Reynolds, slow dribbles, met by Rodney. Long cross-court pass to the near corner to Riley. Riley stops left elbow, inside, nice guard, sailing out of bounds. Ada can't believe it, though, because they're trying to say it was tipped, and now they changed the call. That is the correct call. I think that Brandon got his hand in on it. That was what I thought at first. McAllister would take the ball, but obviously it was last touched by Buffalo, and it's pretty clear to see. Here's a contested inbound. Reynolds grabs it, and a circus shot is missed. Ball comes loose into the corner. Thomas tries throwing it off of Meek and does so. How did that find its way to Reynolds underneath the basket? They still have the basketball. What English on that bounce? Top of the key, passing out left front court. Came loose. Rodney Washington clear the runway. He dunks it off the right side of the rim. Rodney bringing down the house here at the place where they play. And a timeout called. 45-29, 4:14 left in the third. You're listening to McAllister Basketball on KNED.
This December, it's time to trade in and trade up at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. Trade in and drive home in a brand new Nissan with more tech, more comfort, and more holiday cheer. Whether it's a rugged Frontier, a family-ready Rogue, or a stylish Sentra, we'll help you trade in and trade up to something that makes every drive feel like Christmas morning. So trade in, trade up. Your sleigh just got an upgrade only at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Rodney Washington knows a thing or two about dunking in the Sequoyah Tahlequah Invitational. One of his first viral dunks came here, and where he took off from near the free throw line on that same rim. That was against Glenpool last year. McAlester, we'll see if they play Glenpool in this tournament. We do know that they play them next week in district play, and the girls are getting ready to play them in the next game. So we encourage you to stick around for both of our games here today. Both teams trying to advance to the winner's bracket. McAlester with a game-high 16-point lead. Trying to hold on to it here as we're halfway through the third quarter. 4:09 left in the third. Brandon guarding up Riley well. Riley creates separation and dribbles to the right arc. Passes off into the corner. Smith now guarding the man that ended up getting it passed to by Riley, and we have a foul called by Brandon.
That'll just be his first, and that'll be the team's second here in the third quarter.
And no one in foul trouble. I think the only person that has 2 fouls for McAlester is Caven Hill.
Caven Hill has 3.
Oh, Caven's now up to 3. No one's going to guard the inbounder. They'll throw it to Riley, far corner, guarded by Smith, now inside. Underneath the basket, 2-pointer is up and good. Shot made by Grayson Morris, and he has a chance to complete the 3-point play.
It'll be the third team foul on McAlester.
A good start to a comeback there for the Cougars.
That will be on Meat, his second.
Davian has how many points?
Davian has 16 points.
So Davian and Rodney combining for 29 points as the 3-point play is converted there by Morris. Washington taking it down near sideline, kind of stutter stepping across. Gets a screen by Mead, top of the key. Pulls up, free throw line jumper is short. Trying to fly in for the rebound was Pouncil. Instead, it's taken by Morris directly underneath the rim. Getting a couple of stops here quickly. Ada is down by 13 to McAlester. Top of the key, driving in. Reynolds contested 2, whistle blown. And now free throws on the way.
Brandon, in the first half, they were allowing quite a bit of contact, and now we're getting some touch fouls here in the third quarter. That'll be the third team foul, second on Brandon.
4 fouls on McAlester in the third quarter. There have been none so far called on the Cougars here in the third. Like I said, second on Brandon. First free throw takes a Cougar bounce in. And the deficit is now 12 for Ada.
11. Or wait, no, 12. My bad. Sorry. I did my math wrong.
That's why you go to school, folks. Second free throw is made. We've known each other for a little while. Again, a McAlester alumni class of 2014. That's why these games are a big deal to us. We've been here. 3:30 left to go in the third quarter. McAlster's 16-point lead has been trimmed to 11. Brandon passes left arc over to Pouncil. Pouncil throws it straight away. Taken by Reynolds. Reynolds tangled up. He goes to the rim and scores. And now it's down to a 9-point game. Solid use of a timeout by Coach Kyle Caulfield. It's a 7-0 run out of it. 45-36. 3:10 left in the third. McAlester a little careless here with the basketball last couple of possessions. Rodney between the legs dribble. Works off a screen by Meat to the top of the key. Drives in, left side, contested 2. He's fouled, and Rodney will get free throws. First foul of the third quarter on the Cougars should be on Thomas.
Foul's going to be on 34.
And that is it's Gus Matthews with the foul. My bad.
Yeah, we thought it was Thomas in the first half.
Again, they had to change up the number, so that is actually Gus Matthews. First free throw by Rodney is good. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Again, my apologies to those that are watching from Ada or so that we had some of the names wrong in the first half. We got those corrected. Second shot is back iron, so Rodney splits the trip at the line, and with the rebound is Riley. Far corner, behind the back dribble, Wofford, nice handles. Guarded well by Bickham, though. McAlester trying to up the pressure here as again, not a lot of people in foul trouble. Reynolds tries to drive on Rodney. Stops just inside the perimeter. Got hit in the eye. Rodney tries to take it away as he's still kind of hurt. They'll stop play here with an official's timeout for an injury. He's holding his right eye. Again, we're up here, so we don't know what happened there with Reynolds, but he's holding the right side of his right eye.
It may have just been an accidental graze whenever a McAlester player was running by.
2:42 left in the third, so we're back to play in a 10-point McAlester lead. Reynolds back with the ball, guarded by Rodney, tries driving right side, gets into the paint, misses the shot. Ball's tipped out over to Bickham, who's got the rebound. Bickham guarded well by Riley. He gets around him. Bickham finding a lane. Bickham attacking it all the way down into the low post. The fingertip roll is missed, and it's rebounded by Matthews. McAlester going on a little bit of a scoring drought in terms of shots made from the field. Nice move by a Cougar, and he runs into a bump in the paint. That's Grayson Morris, and now free throws coming up as that's McAllister's 5th team foul. So Ada in the bonus for the remainder of the third quarter.
Foul's going to be on Bickham, his second.
And right now the Cougars' game plan, because they don't have an outside shot right now, they're kind of looking at what McAlester did against Durant.
They're 1 of 14.
So their game plan right now is to do everything inside the paint. That means attacking, drawing fouls, trying to get some McAlester players into foul trouble. And here for the last 2 minutes, it's been working. First free throw is missed, though, and if they're going to have this game plan come to fruition and lead to a comeback, they've got to start making their free throws. Bickham and Meat check out. In for the first time today, Johnny Facio and Caven Hill. Facio had one of the 2 made three-pointers by McAlester on Tuesday. Second free throw is good, so they split the trip at the line, and it's back to a 9-point lead for McAlester.
8 of 6 of 13 from the free throw line right now.
Buffalo's on a scoring drought in terms of shots made from the field. They did have a free throw in here. Pass top of the key, Brandon, about 3 feet from the three-point line, past the left side, pump and drive. Rodney out to the near corner, wide open, near corner three by Smith. Painted gold! The monkey's off his back. He started off the season 0 of 10 from 3, but once you see one fall, they start to usually come in waves. Brandon Smith makes it a 12-point game, 49-37.
McAlester 4 of 9 from 3 today.
I mean, Brandon led the team in three-point percentage last season at 39%. Off a screen to the right wing. Could have been a moving screen possibly there. Wofford backpedals on up, finds a man down low as Riley. Riley jumps into a Buffalo and is able to score. Caven Hill kept those hands up. Just a nice play by Riley. Smith across the half-court line with a slight jog, and he settles in the right front court. He's calling for Rodney to go to the other side of the floor. 10-point McAlester lead, 49-39 here in this battle of the unbeatens in the first round of the Sequoyah Invitational. McAlester running four-corner offense a little bit here. No one inside the paint. And now Caven Hill kind of approaching that. McAlester again burning some time. Gets right past a man who got a little bit too aggressive. Creates contact, now drives. Brandon has a shot blocked into oblivion. A man wide open on the other side is Riley. Rodney closing in. Rodney jumped right on him.
Whew. Could have been a lot worse.
And free throws coming up for Riley here of the Cougars.
Just the second on Rodney today.
54-30. Is that Glenpool rooting against McAlester?
No, that is Ada. Those are the Ada girls.
First free throw is missed. Yeah, but they're not wearing the typical maroon and white.
No, but if you look on the chest, you can see the A.
Yeah, again, I'm not near. I'm not.
And I talked to.
You're farsighted. I'm not.
Yeah, I talked to a couple Ada coaches in the elevator at halftime.
49-39. First free throw is missed. The second free throw is up by Riley and made, so they split the trip at the line again, and it's 49-40. We've been hovering around that 9-point lead here for McAlester. Case Patton with the ball now. Goes into the corner with Facio and looks like also Davian Pouncil in with Caven Hill and Rodney. 40 seconds, Patton tries to drive in, double teamed, lost it, over to Pouncil. Pouncil drives outside, far corner, Facio for three. Won't go in, but Rodney Washington with the put-back dunk. Ball's going towards the far sideline. Davian Pouncil's going for a steal here, but Rodney Washington, the rim is crying. An athletic freak.
Uh-huh.
Wow. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, clip that. Does anyone know how to post videos to Facebook? And we're going to have to clean up a spot over there on that far side. That gives you enough time to be able to, I guess, triple tap on the left side of your screen if you're watching on your phone to watch that last dunk. Goodness gracious. I'm running out of things to say about Rodney Washington, and he's only a sophomore. 11-point McAlester lead, 51-40, 23 seconds left in the third. Facio will inbound in front of one of the scores tables. Passes far corner, Roddy into the corner. That left corner, he'll dribble it out into the front court. 18 seconds left in the third. 11-point McAlester lead. Can they build on it? Roddy, what do you got? Loosely guarded. Making his approach. Finds a lane. Back towards the rack. He's fouled on his way up. Rodney, 2 free throws. 7.6 left in the third.
Second foul of the quarter for Ada. Foul's going to be on number 25.
That's on TJ James. That's his second personal. Really no one in foul trouble for McAlester. Maybe Caven Hill with 3. No one's in foul trouble for Ada either. So Rodney, 2 free throws here. Takes a deep breath in a near quiet gym. Makes the first free throw. Lead is back up to 12, 52-40. Washington tells Facio to go to the other side to guard the rim in case he misses and they try to fast break it. Second free throw by Washington is good, so you didn't have to worry about that. 13-point McAlester lead. They will press here. And the ball is thrown straight to Caven Hill in the low post. He's fouled. That's now 2 consecutive turnovers forced by McAllister's defense, dare I say Black Death defense, in back-to-back possessions. Now, Caven Hill, this will be his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the season. Hill's first is good.
Hill's up to 6 points.
McAlester once up by 16. That got trimmed down to 9. Back up to 14, trying to make it a 15-point lead. This will be a lane violation if he misses. He does not, though, and it's 55-40. Another inbound. This time Ada gets it away. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Quickly to the top of the key. Quickly to the other side of the rim. Missing it too strong with the layup was Riley, and McAlester goes into the 4th quarter with a 15-point lead over their rivals. Put those 4s up in the air, Buff fans. You're listening to McAlester basketball on KNED.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparatory disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
$55-40, the McAlester Buffaloes up by 15 on the Cougars. McAlester season high so far, 67 points. That was against Claremore. Again, only 2 games in. This is the 3rd one of the season. Both teams undefeated. Someone's going to have to walk away here with the loss. McAlester trying to hold on to a 15-point lead as we begin the 4th. Wofford with it, high post. Wofford runs straight into Davian Pouncil, and Pouncil's got the steal. Pouncil one-on-one to the other side for a score. Goes right past that Cougar. And McAlester to a game-high 17-point lead, 57-40.
Pouncil's got 18.
8 points away from tying a career high. Off a screen, Reynolds to the top of the key. Reynolds driving in into the paint. Back outside. Angle right three is too strong. Offensive board by Riley in a hurt of Buffalo. He had 4 black jerseys around him, and he still scored. Riley is a very good player there for the Cougars.
Ada 1 of 15 from three-point range today.
Riley's got 17 out of the 42 points for the Cougars. The 6'1" senior. Rodney, push off. Long two. Won't go. Rebounded down low by Matthews. That could have easily been an offensive foul. Looked like he extended that elbow, but McAlester doesn't get that. And now driving in, missing the shot. Offensive rebound, back up. That's a missed shot as well. Matthews tried getting the rebound. Coming in and flying on top of Matthews. I believe that should probably be a foul on Patton. I think he's the one that made it. No, they're not going to call it on Patton. It's on Facio instead.
It's just his first. Team first of the fourth quarter. Checking in will be Devion Bickham and Brandon Smith. In for Facio and Patton.
Cougars were averaging 64 points per game this season. McAlester into the fourth. Again, going into this quarter, they had 40. There's a lob that Rodney, oh my goodness, what will he do next? Rodney Washington, two-handed slam. There's no more oxygen left in the place where they play. Rodney has taken our breath away here in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. 59-42, right wing three. Reynolds answers the two, back with a three. And it is 59-45, 6:34 left in the game. Driving in, Pouncil, a lot of contact, hits the deck, and 2 free throws will be coming up for the junior. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951.
Fouls on Grayson Morris, his third.
It's like Rodney's got trampolines in his shoes, man.
It does.
Pouncil's first free throw is good.
Pouncil up to 19.
He had 16 first half points on 7 of 9 shooting. It's been a team effort here today. There's been some stars, obviously, but it's been a team effort to get to this 15-point lead right now and make that 16 as that one rattles home. 61-45, Pouncil gets both the free throws. 6:28 left in the game. Near corner, thought about the three, now driving baseline, step back. Brandon right there with him. Into the post, Miley, mid-range jumper, left it short, ball's on the deck, still on the deck, still on the deck. Brandon's got it, tried throwing it off of a Cougar, but he was sliding out of bounds as he did so. Ada basketball, this should be a side out here. Riley will inbound far sideline. Riley, his pass is tipped into the air and taken by Rodney. Brandon had that tip. Throwing ahead to Davian. Davian contested two, got it. Davian Pouncil up to 22 points. Feeling like Taylor Swift, 63-45. 6:04 left in the game. Reynolds.
Just 4 off of his career high right now.
Picks up his dribble, left wing, long, dangerous pass. Riley climbs the ladder to bring it in, guarded by Smith. And McAlester suffocating defense today over the Ada Cougars. Back to the edge of the circle. Reynolds tries to cross over Rodney. Steps into a right wing three. That one rims out. Rebounded by Pouncil. Pouncil ahead. Washington past one man. Sling pass, far corner. Smith corner three. Painted goal. Told you, if he gets the first one, they'll start to come in bunches. And now that is a 21-point lead for the Buffaloes. 66-45 over the 9th-ranked team in 4A. Driving in. Low post. Two is up.
And just the 4th unforced turnover by Ada so far.
They've been taking pretty good care of the basketball, but it's just McAllister's been taking it away from them. If they have not been pressed, McAllister's been able to take, 10 steals. They forced 14 Ada turnovers, but only 4 unforced. 5:18 left. Rodney closed in on by Reynolds. Rodney tries to get him away from him. He works off a screen by Hill. Dribbles left wing, now attacks. No look pass into the corner. Brandon works around the perimeter. Now calls for Davian to go down by the baseline. They'll reset up the offense. And Smith takes it to the circle, right side of the half-court line. He dribbles further into the corner, and we'll have a whistle here as Coach Dawkins wants to go over it with his team. 4:57 left in this game. McAlester leading by 21 points, 66-45 here in the opening round of the Sequoyah Invitational on KNED.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power down box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
66-45, the McAlester Buffaloes up big on the Ada Cougars. 21-point lead. They are eyeing a second round game either against Sapulpa or the host team, the Sequoyah Tahlequah Indians. Both those teams went to the championship game last year. So McAlester, if they can hold on to this 21-point lead, they'll be taking on either the champion or the runner-up. And it could be a rematch of last year's first round game if Sapulpa wins that game. So Smith will inbound far sideline. McAlester with the ball. Rodney Washington, Davian Pouncil, Caven Hill, and Devion Bickham on the floor. The starting 5 for McAlester. Brandon throws it far into the backcourt as it's grabbed by Rodney. Getting under 5 minutes left here. Rodney has had some show-stopping dunks as he is pushed on his way towards the low post. Oh. And he kind of hits the deck pretty hard. And Caven Hill doesn't even help him up by his hands. He goes to bear hug him and brings him back up. Says, hey, we need you. First foul on Reynolds. Rex Reynolds has been, again, a fantastic player today. He just hasn't had a lot of his shots go. McAlester partly to blame for that as Devion Bickham was wide open on the left block. Easy inbound and score. And it's 68-45. McAlester up by 23. This is a statement game for McAlester. They like playing in Tahlequah, don't you think?
Absolutely they do.
Far corner Riley muscles his way to the right block, and he has been electric too. Riley's up to 19 points here. 68-47, McAlester up by 21. Bickham double-teamed. Double dribbles it. No, not double dribbles, but passes it over on a double bounce to Rodney Washington. Smith now with the rainbow lob back over to Washington as McAlester trying to burn some time here. A pass is tipped out of bounds. Rather, the ball is by Vest, and it will stay with McAlester.
Checking will be number 23 for Ada. Checking out number 2.
While McAlester has a sizable lead right now, I also want to go into this and say we got to experience this tournament last year for 3 days, and we get to be here for the next 3 days. I love this tournament.
I hope we come here every year.
Hospitality is great over here. The way that it's run is fantastic. The people here are great. If you have the chance to go watch a game here, you're going to love the venue. You're going to love the experience that the people here of Sequoyah put on for their fans and the fans that come from all these different schools.
It reminds me a lot of the MAC, honestly.
Absolutely. 3:45 left in the game. McAlester leading by 21, burning some time. Davian Pouncil currently with the basketball, guarded out in the front court by Wofford. Wofford tries to steal the ball, but Pouncil right past him. Pouncil splits the defenders. Euro step down low. Easy 2 for Caven Hill. Davian, I want to brag on him a little bit here. He can play any position 1 to 5. As here's a Riley drive and score. Again, he's up past 20, up to 21. 21 out of the 49 points for the senior.
Davian has had a fantastic day today. Cannot wait to talk about his game in the postgame.
Again, he has the handles and the athleticism to play the guard position, but he also has the strength and the vertical to be able to play the post positions as well. As Rodney drives towards the left side of the lane on a shot attempt, he is fouled, so he will go to the line. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big Feed Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. We won't have much of a post-game show here for the Buffs. We're going to be talking about the boys a little bit more after the girls' game, just because we have to preview the girls as they prepare to play Glenpool. But McAlester up to a 22-point lead, and lucky 21 points here for Rodney after that first made free throw.
That was on Tice Williams, his second. Second free throw is up and good.
McAlester good at the free throw line today. Can you give me a percentage on what they've got so far today?
13 of 15, good for 87%.
After going 13 of 23 from the charity stripe back on Tuesday, as Rodney grabs it loose, there'll be a tie ball here. It was held on just long enough by Reynolds to create a tie ball.
And that will go down as a steal for Rodney. That's his 5th of the day.
McAlester does have the possession arrow. How many steals now for McAlester? That should be 11, right?
I believe so. Yes. There's not a bad stat for McAlester right now. I'm just going to say that.
McAlester averaged 10.7 steals per game in last year's tournament. Can we ask Sequoyah if we can play our home games here too?
Please.
McAlester just loves playing on this floor.
And even over at Tahlequah High School, they had a great game to start the year last year too.
Won that game by a near 30 points. Rodney bounce pass into Hill. Hill, floater from inside the paint, won't bounce in. And it'll be taken instead by the Cougars. Cougars going the other way. Riley trying to get up to 23 points. Lobs it home and a near alley-oop dunk. He almost brought that one down. That was number 23. That was Tice Williams. 72-51. Buffs lead is cut back down to 21. Looks like they will come away with a rivalry win, back-to-back rivalry wins in 3 days. This one a lot less dramatic than the one on Tuesday. Brandon driving left side, lays it for Caven. Caven on his way up, had it stripped loose. Throwing ahead to Reynolds. Reynolds closed in on by Rodney, and he just lost control of the ball on his way up. It's kept by the Cougars, but they throw it into the backcourt.
Good effort.
Yeah, number 33, that's Cedar Thomas. He was trying to save it as he was going to the far sideline, but again, just threw it to the wrong side of the floor.
And checking in will be Jacoby Boyd in for Caven Hill.
Hasn't been an opportunity for Boyd to. What I like about Coach Dawkins so far in the first 3 games is that certain players are going to work for certain matchups, and Boyd really worked for Durant. And today it's been more Jasper Meat. He's been someone that's had to battle against Gus Matthews. But we were talking about Boyd as here comes a layup by Rodney Washington, just making it look easy. 74-51. He is up now to 24 points. But we bragged on Boyd all day on Tuesday about how he kept McAlester in that game with his offensive rebounds and second chance points there for the Buffs. Here's a near corner 3 that won't bounce in by the Cougars. They continue to struggle from 3. Down low, Riley continues to ball today. 23 out of the 53 Ada points. Can't say enough about that senior and the way he's played. McAlester is going to clear the bench. 1:18 left in the game. They're going to spell victory today, POTAC. 74-53 onto the floor now. Schuler Pickens, Case Patton, Jacoby Boyd, Johnny Facio, and Ty Moscato. So Patton, standing on that Sequoyah S, gets a screen by Facio and dribbles to the left arc. Now gets another screen and dribbles the opposite direction. And just killing some time here. Patton also trying to maybe find an open shot in the process.
Main goal just to get the clock down to zeros.
If a shot opens up, a shot opens up. Patton. It's a screen by Pickens. Near corner he goes. Jump stops, double teamed in the corner, throws to the low post. Facio finds an open cutting Schuler Pickens. His shot is blocked. Cougars with the board going the other way, throwing it ahead to the far right wing. Now there's a lob inside. 2 is up and missed by the Cougars. They've just struggled with their shot today. Guys, we have been there. I do not want to go back. Boyd, far sideline. Give McAlester. One more thing I'll say about the Durant game, and then it'll be ancient history until we play Durant again, as there's a turnover on McAlester. Buff shot 27% from the field going into that fourth quarter. What have the Cougars been today from the field?
From the field right now, Ada's 41% from the field, but 11% from 3.
Top of the key. Boyd guarding the ball handler after a pass to the left wing on a drive. Up with a 2. Making that 2 is Cedar Thomas. Makes it 74-55, but that should be the final shot of the game. 3 seconds is Moscato. Bounce passes to the near corner. No, Facio puts it up. Facio misses the shot, and that will be it for us today. The McAlester Buffaloes win today 74-55 against their rivals, the Ada Cougars, to advance to the winner's bracket in emphatic fashion. They take down number 9 in 4A Ada 74-55. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. Now let's look at our post-game stats. That's brought to you by McAlester Auto Collision. They are who you want after the event. They'll make your vehicle look great again. Call 918-715-3173. Nate?
Your leading scorer was Rodney Washington today. He had 24 points, on 53% shooting from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, had 5 rebounds and 5 steals. Davian Pouncil, 22 points today, had a double-double on 69% field goal shooting, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 6 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive for a total of 2 steals. Brandon Smith had 12 points today on 5 of 12 shooting, 2 of 5 from three-point range, had a defensive rebound and a steal. Caven Hill had 9 points today, 3 of 5 shooting, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 defensive rebounds, a steal, and a block. Next up, Devion Bickham, 4 points, 1 defensive rebound, and 2 steals. Case Patton had the 3-quarter court shot to end the first quarter. He ended up with 3 points. And let's see, Jasper Meat had 4 rebounds today, 1 offensive, 3 defensive. And let's see if anyone else. Jacoby Boyd recorded a defensive rebound, and that will do it for your individual scoring. Do we want to do team stats?
Yeah.
Or do?
Oh, they're really slowing the time down. I don't know if we'll get to preview the girls. They're only putting 5 minutes on the clock here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that because we'll preview the girls as we go throughout the game.
Okay. McAlester shot 50% from the field, 28 of 56. Ada 42%, 23 of 55. McAlester 42% from 3, 5 of 12. Ada just 2 of 8 for 11%. McAlester near perfect from the free throw line, 13 of 15 at 87%. Ada just 7 of 15 for 47%. Ada actually out-rebounds McAlester 30 to 29, so basically dead even there. McAlester forced 16 Ada turnovers. McAlester turned the ball over just 11 times. Ada had 4 blocks compared to McAllister's 1.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break and try to come back with as much of a pregame show as we have for the girls as we can. Again, McAlester wins over Ada 74-55. Girls coming up next here on KNED.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
Let's suppose you had a traffic accident. What do you do next? Yes, calling 911 might be a good idea. You'll also want to call your insurance agent. You know all that, but who would you call for repairs? Making that decision in advance is always wise. Ask friends and acquaintances. The name Buck Wilson is sure to come up time and again. They have the expertise, the equipment, and use only the best replacement parts. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Condensed pregame show here for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes as they get ready to play the Glenpool Lady Warriors after McAlester boys win over the Ada Cougars. McAllister's 0-2 coming off of a 43-31 loss to Durant where they kept it close, but they just struggled from 3 and let turnovers in the fourth quarter really doomed them there. As for the Glenpool Lady Warriors, they're 5-1, considered one of the top, if not the top team in District 5A4, at least the early favorites to win that district. 69.2 points per game so far this season, has given up 53.3 after last year going 20-11 and going to the area tournament where they lost to Bethany 63-49. They were the Sequoyah Invitational runner-ups, so they're looking to get back to the championship game. They also played in the Tournament of Champions where they finished 6th and 4th place in the Jinx Union Invitational as well. McAlester and Glenpool, they have not played in the Max Preps era, which that goes back to about 2006.
Yes.
Again, past that, we really don't know individual games because there's just no record of those. I'm sure there is somewhere, but we can't find them. Again, they went 2-1 in the 6 games that they played. They beat California, Missouri 81-60, and White Station, Tennessee 69-48. They lost to Bishop Meade, Kansas 74-65. Again, the McAlester Buffaloes having some star players from their previous game against Durant. Cambry Zoomer had 13 points, Lesnow had 6, and Mila Cole had 7 points and 8 rebounds. What are some keys to the game for the Lady Buffaloes here today?
First up, don't let things snowball. At halftime on Tuesday, McAlester was down only 2 to a state tournament team in the Lady Lions. Over the final 16 minutes of game time, the lead would end up ballooning to a 12-point win for Durant on the back of turnovers. If you turn the ball over in this game, wipe the play from your brain and get back on defense. Second up, use your athleticism. As the smaller team, McAlester has to use that advantage, or use that to their advantage today. Get the ball to Cambry Zoomer's hands and let her go to work. And finally find that three-point shot like the boys. The Lady Buffs struggled to find their three-point shot, shooting 1 of 10 from deep. I'd like to see Les now potentially get some looks from 3 and try to make the Lady Warriors respect your outside shot, opening up the paint for Zoomer, Lesnow, Williams, and Cole to go to work.
Again, they're going to have they've been able to scrimmage Glenpool before. That was before the season began, but McAlester, they know that they have some work that they have to get to today, and we'll see if they can hold the Glenpool Lady Warriors. McAlester wants to keep this at a low-scoring game. If McAlster's going to win this game, I feel like it's going to have to be a low-scoring game. We'll see if the defense of McAlester can match what they had in the defense against the Durant Lady Lions from a couple of nights ago through the first 3 quarters. But, you know, if there's anyone that I know that can scout out teams pretty well and be able to put together a really good game plan, it's Coach Courtney Bashirs, like the coach before her, Coach Owen. They were excellent. He was excellent at putting together game plans. So is Coach Bashirs, and I'm excited to see what kind of game plan that she has for Glenpool and see if they can get the upset today, because a lot of people will consider if McAlester can win this game an upset. We'll see if the Lady Buffs can get it done. Let's go down to the floor for our starting lineups.
Head guard, 5'2" junior, number 1, Henry Zimmer. Head guard, 5'7" freshman, number 4, Timothy Morgan. Head forward, 5'9" junior, number 5, Violet Lesnow. Head guard, 5'7" sophomore, number 15, Katie Ivey. And at forward, 5'10" freshman, number 23, Mila Cole. Starting lineup for the Glenpool Lady Warriors. Head guard, 5'3" freshman, number 1, Emma Pringle. Head guard, 5'7" freshman, number 2, Avery Allen. Head guard, 5'4" junior, number 3, Leah Gibson. Head forward, a 6-foot senior, number 5, Faith Rogers. And head forward, a 6-foot senior, number 23, Tyra McKinney.
So they announced number 5 is starting, but that is actually number 22 for Glenpool.
And the head coaches for Glenpool, it's Bobby Belleville, and for the Lady Buffaloes, Courtney Bashirs. Again, this tip-off that we're about to have brought to you by T&W Tire McAlester. Say hi to Gail and Doug. See their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. They carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands to fit your budget. 918-426-1951. Or excuse me, 918-426-6571. I'm getting all of our phone numbers mixed together. Less now inside the circle, as there is the tip that is won by the Glenpool Lady Warriors, and it's basketball time in the Heartland as Tyra McKinney wins that tip. And Glenpool on the right side of the half-court line. Here's a right-wing early 3 that will be back-ironed by the Lady Warriors. Ball is sailing out of bounds and last touched by Glenpool. It'll be McAlester basketball after the first possession of the game, 15 seconds in.
All right, and build off that.
Again, McAllister's road uniforms today, the black and gold, the road team on the scoreboard. As for the Glenpool Lady Warriors, the white and purple. Across the half-court line, Ivy tries to throw to Tinley Morgan. Tinley was bumped a little bit, but gets the ball back. Tries driving, low post. What a play by Tinley Morgan! Aggressive drive to the left side of the rim and scores, and McAlester leads first here. They strike first 35 seconds in, 2-0 the score. Angle left with the ball is Emma Pringle. Pringle gets the baseline, back outside. Long straightaway 3 is off the left side of the rim. Rebounded out beyond the paint is Cambry Zoomer with the ball. Zoomer kind of weaving through traffic, gets 1 foot inside the perimeter and back outside with a pass over to the right wing to Lesnow. Cole, bounce pass, back to Zoomer, angle right. Zoomer gets a screen by Cole, that's going to be an offensive foul.
And the 3 went in.
at least that's good to see. Again, McAlester just collectively as a school on Tuesday struggled to shoot from three. We got to see the assistant coach for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. The girls and the boys went to combine 3 of 35 from three. But she told me, hey, we just went 1 of 10. Don't you clump us together. Angle right. Here's a pass to the high post. 6:47 left in the first. Here's a mid-range floater that won't go. And Les now is on the deck with the ball. And I think she traveled in the process. So it'll stay with the Lady Warriors. McAlester still with a 2-0 lead. 6:43 left in the first.
And that moving screen was on Mila Cole. That was her first personal.
Inbound low post. Tough 2 will go. Nice shot. Tyra McKinney with the 2. And they have a couple of 6-foot-tall seniors down in the post. That's going to be a problem for McAlester, but they can try to overcome that with some solid guard play. And right now, Ivy, as we have a 10-second call, McAlester couldn't get across the half-court line with the pressure applied by number 2, Avery Allen. .6:27 remaining in quarter number 1. Again, the first game for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes here in this tournament. Again, they weren't in this tournament last year. Here's a right wing 3, a beauty of a ball that falls for Allen. So she forces the turnover, and she gives the Lady Warriors their first lead of the game. They want to apply pressure in a double team in Zoomer. Zoomer throws it straight to McKinney, and there's a missed shot on the pressure applied by Rylan Lesnow that came flying in. So no harm, no foul. Now Lesnow has the ball after a pass from Zoomer. Lesnow driving, low post, 2 is up. She's fouled. And free throws coming up for the junior Rylan Lesnow.
It'll be the first team foul on Glenpool thus far. Foul is on number 3.
That foul is on Yaya Gibson. This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center. First free throw by Lesnow is short. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Lesnow an 83% free throw shooter just through 2 games thus far. She went 4 of 6 from the line over in Durant 2 nights ago. That time she splits the trip at the line as she makes the second free throw, and it's now 5-3. Just under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Again, these are also district teams, so they're going to see each other at least 2 more times this season. What a move down in the low post. Tyra McKinney, 7-3. Put her defender in the washing machine there with the spin move. As there's a pass along the near sideline. Ivy was able to find its way to Zoomer, but then the foul called on the Lady Warriors. It's going to be on number 1, Emma Pringle, her first.
And you can already see there's a lot of talent on this Glenpool team.
And young talent, too. Pringle and Allen are both freshmen. Then you have Faith Rogers and Tyra McKinney. They're both seniors. And then you have 1 junior in there with Gibson. Double teamed in the corner of Zoomer. She's in a lot of trouble. Zoomer gets out of it, though, but she double dribbled in the process. So what Glenpool is going to hang their hat on is something that McAlester likes to do as well, especially when they've been at their best. McAlester, when they have a lot of athleticism and speed, is what we saw in the 2022 state championship team.
Yes.
They like to apply the same level of pressure to lead to turnovers, to lead to points on the other side of the floor. High post, top of the key, long 3, way off. Rebounded out by the high post by Ivy. Ivy will take it herself with the stroll across the half-court line. Right to left goes the sophomore Katie Ivy. Ivy trying to dribble it right on Allen. Stops far sideline, picks up her dribble, throws it to Lesnow on a good pass. Double team low post. Shot blocked in the low post. McKinney is everywhere. Tyra McKinney. 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Glenpool leading 7-3. McKinney also has 4 out of those 7 points. Ivy will inbound baseline. Ivy looks, finds Lesnow. Low post, nice move. Gets a lady to jump for joy, and she scores to make it a 7-5 game.
Lesnow's got 3 points so far.
Here's a pass down to McKinney to a trailing Lady Warrior, and the runner is good, made by number 3, Gibson. That's the thing that what McAlster's going to have to deal with when it comes to the towering post presence of the Lady Warriors. You're not going to be able to go up straight with a shot right away. As here's a timeout call by Coach Bashirs as McAlester is struggling with the press of the Warriors so far. They're down 9-5, 4:38 remaining in the first quarter on KNED.
This December, it's time to trade in and trade up at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. Trade in and drive home in a brand new Nissan with more tech, more comfort, and more holiday cheer. Whether it's a rugged Frontier, a family-ready Rogue, or a stylish Sentra, we'll help you trade in and trade up to something that makes every drive feel like Christmas morning. So trade in, trade up. Your sleigh just got an upgrade only at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
After the McAlester timeout, they're trying to find an answer for the press here. They currently have on the floor Cambry Zoomer, Katie Ivey, Tinley Morgan, Rylan Lesnow, and Taylor Williams has checked in for the black and gold. So we'll see if McAlester can beat this press. Morgan with the left-handed dribble, dribbles into a double team, picks up the dribble, lost the ball, foul called as I think it was McKinney that ended up hitting the arm there of Morgan. And it was. That is her first personal, team third, but all 3 fouls have been on 3 different players so far for the Lady Warriors. 4:32 left in the first. Glenpool again leading 9-5 on McAlester. Quarterback pass. What a pass. Lesnow to Zoomer. One-on-one towards the other side of the rim. She misses the shot but gets her own rebound and puts it back in easily, 9-7. What an arm on Rylan Lesnow. She says that's one of her favorite plays, by the way.
Let's run it more often. I like that.
The one that results in points. Far corner three is in the air and rims out. Alone on the opposite glass to get a rebound is number 3, Gibson. Gibson dribbles it back out. Straightaway three. Second chance here at points. And drilling it is the freshman Avery Allen. Sharp shooter for Glenpool. 12-7 the score. She's got half the points. Morgan inbound. Back to Zoomer. Zoomer in the backcourt. And now they'll fall back as Zoomer will take a stroll into the front court in the left side of the half-court line. Hook pass, right elbow, feeding it back outside to Zoomer. Almost stolen. She side shovels to the left and passes off to Lesnow. Standing about 7 feet from the three-point line, a feed inside over to Williams. Williams saves the ball from going out of bounds, but throws it straight to Allen. 3:35 left in the first. That shot was open for a split second, but again, pass maybe leading a little bit too far to the baseline. Behind the back dribble, Allen, nice move. Into the paint, runner up, too strong with the shot. Taken by Morgan with the rebound. McAlester moving right to left. Quickly down the far sideline goes Morgan. Has to pump on the brakes, double teamed in the corner of the front court. Bounce past the right wing to Williams. Throwing inside should be a foul on McKinney. It looked like she made too much contact at the back of Lesnow, but no harm, no fouls. Lesnow's able to get the ball. Morgan into the corner, gets a screen by Williams. Settles into a three and almost banks it in. Long rebound out to the opposite corner, taken by Glenpool. 5 minutes into the first, a 12-7 Glenpool lead. Gibson weaving through traffic. Blocked shot by Lesnow, straight into the arms of Morgan. Currently, Zoomer's in the backcourt trying to get around a fellow number 1 in Emma Pringle. Pass high post, and there is the foul. And too much contact from Faith Rogers as the pass was intended to the right elbow of number 21, Taylor Williams.
As her first, team fourth.
Yeah, everyone has just 1 foul for Glenpool out of the 4 fouls that they have, but 1 more foul puts McAlester at the line for the rest of the quarter. 2:45 left in it. 12-7 Glenpool on top of McAlester. Ivy will inbound right at the glass. Looks inside, double teamed. Lesnow, tough 2, can't get the bounce. McKinney with the rebound. McAllister's defense has been there. They've been able to hold Glenpool to 12 points, and some of them have been tough shots or tough threes as Allen has hit 6 of those points. Down low, McKinney's got the other 6. Lob back out, left wing 3 in the air, too strong. Lesnow has the rebound. She quickly gives to Zoomer, he gives to Ivy. 2:19 remaining in quarter number 1 in a 5-point deficit. Lesnow has it near corner now. She can shoot threes too. She doesn't shoot a lot of them, but she can shoot them. Zoomer, top of the key, tries driving right side of the lane into double team traffic, and a foul called as Zoomer was pushed to the floor. 2 free throws coming up as that's team foul number 5. Tell me that's not on number 5, because if it is, that means all 5 fouls and all 5 different players there for the Lady Warriors. It is on number 14 as we had some substitutions. It's on Cheyenne Hooks.
Her first.
So it technically is on 5 different players. Zoomer's first free throw is good, and McAlester makes it a 12-8 game. Zoomer from the free throw line so far this season, I'm not going to say a word.
Wait till after this one.
She's averaging 17 points per game, though, this season through 2 games. Zoomer makes the second free throw. Now I can say it. She's a perfect 8 of 8 from the line.
Not too shabby, huh?
I looked down at my spotter board right there. I said, I'm not going to jinx that. 1 possession game again. Glenpool up by 3, 12-9, 2 minutes left in the first. Top of the key with the basketball is Mesky Proctor. Inside to McKinney. McKinney tough 2. Again over 2. McAlester Lady Buffaloes.
Can't do much more about that.
McKinney's one of the best players in the state. Inbound to Lesnow. Lesnow to Zoomer. Zoomer zooming across the half-court line. To the left wing, lost control of the ball. Gets it right back. Top of the key, she navigates. And backpedals it on up. She's kind of playing keep away by herself, but this time it's not kept away. It's stolen. 1-on-1 to the other side, leading to a trailing Lady Warrior. Ball's getting hit out of bounds. And great transition defense by McAlester, namely Cambry Zoomer, and Rylan Lesnow was the one to really force that Glenpool turnover that looked destined to be 2 points. .131 left in the first, a 14-9 Glenpool lead. Zoomer in the backcourt. Throws to Les Now. Les Now getting double teamed. Could be a foul there, no call. Zoomer still in the backcourt, throws it back over to Les Now as that prevents a 10-second call. Les Now bounce pass far corner to Morgan. Morgan, her heels near the out-of-bounds line on the far sideline. She'll take it now with the front court with her left hand. Ball gets poked loose and stolen again. That's another steal by Gibson. This time she races ahead of Morgan and makes a layup. It's 16-9. Steals have been a problem here so far. Just already 4 first-quarter steals by the Lady Warriors. 60 seconds left in the first. Again, McAlester trying to beat a press that has been a thorn in their side. Ivy directly under the basket. Got to start hurrying here. Ivy down the middle of the floor. Throws into traffic. Intercepted. McKinney ahead. Once again, layup is up and good. No, it's missed. Blown by Gibson on a wide-open layup. She gets it right back. Granny shots it almost over the backboard. And now we have a whistle and a tie-up with 39 seconds left in the first, and McAlester owns the possession arrow.
That'll be the third defensive rebound for Tinley Morgan.
She grabbed her own missed shot and then threw it like she had it both hands like a granny shot, but it was behind the back granny shot from the left block.
Not the best shot we've ever seen.
Sometimes you just panic when you miss a layup that you expect to make.
Yeah, that's fair.
Les Now. This time the quarterback pass is not there as Zoomer was matched step for step with the Lady Warrior. 35 seconds left. Les Now has it. No. Oh, my goodness. Here's a half-court hit that almost went in, and Tinley Morgan almost had the rebound. I don't know if those are Ada players over there, or I think those are Ada players, aren't they?
No, those are Glenpool.
Glenpool players.
Glenpool boys.
They were starting to chant 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as there's a 3 that's missed. And Les Now thought that it was down to the final 5 seconds, so she took a half-court heave. It worked against Les Now, but it almost went in. Now we're down to our final 7 seconds of the first quarter. Ivy in trouble tries throwing it, and that leads to whistles and free throws here for Katie Ivy because McAllister's in the bonus here.
Foul's going to be on number 3. That's her second.
Again, when you're playing and you're kind of going full force, sometimes you don't look at the clock sometimes, and Les Now just heard 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 from some Glenpool players over here cheering on their team.
And that's why you don't listen to the crowd, folks.
First free throw by Ivy is good. That's her first free throw attempt of the season. McAlester has made it a 16-10 game with 5.2 seconds left in the first. What if that would have went in? Second free throw rims out, and with her left arm being grabbed, it should have been a foul again on the Lady Warriors as Les Now set up well. The buzzer will sound, and that leads to a 16-10 deficit for McAlester going into quarter number 2. So we'll take a 60-second break and be back. You're listening to McAlester Lady Buff Basketball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
We got some Buffalo roll call going on right now. Shout out to the McAlester High School cafeteria. They had the game on over at lunch for the boys. I'm sure they still have it on right now during what could be a late lunchtime right now.
Right.
And also to Derek James. He's been tuning in as well. He said, the old 5-second chant, classic. But again,
almost worked against Glenpool.
It almost worked. We already saw a 3/4 court shot go today.
Yeah.
So that would have been pretty solid too. But thank you to Lori Smith who ended up sending us a screenshot of the TV on tuned into the game. McAlester is down to Glenpool right now, 16-10 as we're about to begin the second quarter. Glenpool with the ball. The winner of this game will take on Sapulpa, who just dominated Classen in the previous game. His first shot is missed by Glenpool to start off the second quarter. Going ahead, Tinley Morgan tracks down a ball, 2-on-1 in transition. Morgan creates contact on a shot attempt. No whistle, and rebound by the Lady Warriors. 7:38 left to go in the first half. When we have a little bit of a stoppage, we'll tell you about that game that started off the tournament back at 10 a.m. It was pretty close for a while until it wasn't.
It was close, and then the game started.
Right wing three is in the air and short. It clangs off the iron, and Mila Cole has the rebound. Zoomer moving it right to left. About 40 seconds into the second quarter. Zoomer down the far sideline, walking the tightrope. She's guarded up well. A hook pass over to Morgan. Morgan gets a screen from Lesnow. But bouncing off that screen easily there was a Lady Warrior. Now she's in trouble. Hands it off over to Lesnow, who's fouled by, should be, Tyra McKinney. That would be her second personal. She was the closest in the area where the contact was made.
Fouls on number one.
Number one.
That's
Emma
Pringle, right?
Yeah, Emma Pringle.
I believe that's her second, and it is.
7:06 left in the half. Inbound to Lesnow. Lesnow. Zoomer kind of stumbled as she was trying to back cut. Now cutting towards the basket. Rylan Lesnow banks it in. Hard fought 2 points there for the junior Rylan Lesnow, 16-12. Lesnow's now matching her number, 5 points. 6:48 left in the half. Pringle, far corner. Pringle bounce pass high post to McKinney. McKinney feeds near corner. Wide open on an island. That three-pointer is airballed. Morgan was going after the rebound in the corner. They're going to say that she was the one that held on to Pringle going towards the corner, and I believe that's the right call.
That's just her first. Team first here in the second quarter.
I think McAlester only had one foul the entire first quarter. So no one really in foul trouble for McAlester at all.
Yes, just the second team foul in the first half.
McKinney gets the inbound. Back outside. Left wing three is up and down. Rattles home. Emma Pringle opens up the can there on the rim, and that is now 19-12.
She's going to be a problem.
You're telling me Pringle's a problem?
Yes.
6:20 left to go in the second quarter. Here's a trigger three by Zoomer that won't go. Trying to climb the ladder to grab the rebound was Lesnow. Nearly had it. Throwing it ahead now to Hooks. Hooks with a hook shot low. Missed shot. Pressure applied by Zoomer. Rebounded by Morgan. She's pushed to the floor. No call. Steal by the Lady Warriors. Baseline two is up and made by Hooks. And it's 21-12. McAllister's been kind of getting, dare I say, abused a little bit here. Down in the paint. Pass ahead over to Morgan. Morgan far corner going baseline. Almost behind the backboard. It nearly fell, but there's a foul on Cole. Cole's going to get charged with a push down low going for a rebound.
It'll be her second foul.
Coach Bashirs is going to call a timeout to try to slow things down. 5:51 left in the half. Glenpool leading by 9 and 21-12 over the Lady Buffs on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit, finish, and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Glenpool leading 21-12 over the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. 5:50 remaining in the first half. Again, this is a preview of what will be district games later on this season. And as early as next week, McAlester next Thursday plays Glenpool. Here's a nice pass down low over to Tyra McKinney, who scores her 7th and 8th points. It's now 23-12. Lesnow will inbound with 5:30 left in the half, and then here comes the press again from the Lady Warriors. Williams got the inbound, gives it back over to Lesnow, and now the Warriors fall back. Lesnow dribbles top of the key. Left arc, hands the ball off to Ivy, and there was a foul called on number 2, Avery Allen, and she was holding the left wrist of Ivy.
Be the second team foul here in the second quarter. The first on number 2.
Again, Avery Allen with the foul. Ivy will side out this one. Looking, and there's an off-ball foul. and an offensive foul called on McAlester. So they give the ball back anyway, and this will be on number 21, Taylor Williams.
Just her first, team third.
11-point lead for Glenpool. Considered the top team in 5A4. Here's a straightaway three that's missed. Cole tried to bring it back in, but McKinney's able to take it back outside to the near corner. Lobbing inside, low post, 2 is up and missed, but a foul called on Lesnow. 2 free throws coming up for the Lady Warriors. So yeah, we did get rid of Coweta in our district, who was just a juggernaut last year. One of the best teams in the state.
Just to replace him with another one.
And Glenpool climbed up from 4A to 5A this season. First free throw is made. You know, there's really no gimme wins in neither the boys or the girls district.
No, there really isn't.
Sometimes you'll have a couple of teams where maybe you can say, okay, you can mark that down as a win. You're going to have to fight for every one of them, whether you're a McAlester boys basketball player or a McAlester girls. Lesnow needs to inbound. Time was running short. She gets ahead to Ivy. 25-12 our score, 5 minutes left in the half, and there's an interception by McKinney as the press works again for Glenpool. Far corner with the ball, Cameron Shedd. Ball finds its way to the right wing, three-pointers in the air and short. McKinney just too tall, gets over Williams, goes up with the 2 and is fouled on the missed shot. So free throws on the way for Tyra McKinney.
Foul's going to be on Zoomer, her first.
And that has put Glenpool into the bonus for the remainder of the half, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. First free throw is missed by McKinney.
Glenpool 2 of 3 from the free throw line.
But whoever wins this game takes on Sapulpa, who won 88-16 over Classen earlier today.
I'm pretty sure it was like 16-10 at one point.
It was 19-14.
19-14.
So for the rest of the game, it was a 69-2 run for Sapulpa.
That is insane.
19-14 midway through the second quarter, and then Sapulpa just turned it on, like Glenpool is right now. There's a pass into double coverage that was intercepted by Glenpool, and they have a chance to go up even more points here. 26-12, 4:38 left in the half. Bounce pass far corner, feeding it further into the corner, now down the low post. McKinney gives it to a cutting Gibson, and Gibson with the right-handed layup, 28-12. Things are snowballing here for the Lady Buffaloes, and what was one of your keys to the game, Nate?
Do not let things snowball.
And it's because of the turnovers forced on this press that McAllister's struggling with. Lesnow says, I'll beat it myself. Cross-court drive, feeds it down low, late for Taylor Williams, and blows the layup. Can't miss those shots if you want to beat this team. 4:09 left in the half. Bounce pass left wing, back straight away. Bounce pass nearly goes into the McAllister bench. It's saved there by the Lady Warriors. Swing pass left wing, finds McKinney, open down low, bounce pass to a trailing Gibson. Gibson misses that short shot. It's tipped off of the Lady Buffaloes back and out of bounds. And a second chance after a baseline inbound here for Glenpool. Tinley Morgan will come in for Taylor Williams. Yeah, McAllister plays Glenpool again a week from today, and that will be in Glenpool. First time I've ever gone to Glenpool for basketball. I've been there for, here's a mid-range floater that's missed by McKinney. She gets her own rebound and scores, and now it's 30-12. I've been there for football and I've been there for baseball plenty of times, but I've never been there for basketball. So excited to have that opportunity. 3:40 left in the half. Lesnow in the backcourt double-teamed. It splits that double-team. To the top of the key she goes, and she's fouled. She had a Lady Warrior on her.
It'll be the third team foul on Glenpool here in the second quarter. Foul's going to be on number 2.
That'll be her second. That's Avery Allen. Still 2 more fouls for McAllister to get into the bonus. Inbound, right elbow, bounce pass to a cutting Cambry Zoomer, and a travel called on Zoomer. Had that open lane, but took an extra step on her way towards the basket. 3.5 left to go in the half. Dominant 18-point lead for Glenpool here in the opening round of the Sequoyah Invitational for the Lady Buffaloes. Angle right threes in the air and too strong. Ball gets tipped out beyond the perimeter. Now with a running floater by the lady who missed the 3, that's Yaya Gibson. And it's a 20-point Glenpool lead. Glenpool just doing what they've been doing to teams so far this season. They get a 5-1 on the year. Lesnow dribbling down all the way into the paint. Draws contact on a 2, misses the shot. Cole up with the 2. Her shot is blocked, and Glenpool's got the rebound. Down the near sideline in transition, a wide open lady cutting towards the basket, and that's made. McAllister was caught sleeping On transition defense, Emma Pringle with the layup on the left side, 34-12. It's been a rough second quarter for McAlester. They cannot generate any kind of offense right now, and they're turning the ball over, and there's a foul called as there's a rough collision of a Lady Warrior with Lesnow. Lesnow's been beat up today.
Yeah. That was number 3 that had the blocking foul. That's Yaya Gibson.
That's her third. And, you know, she has 8 points. She's the second leading scorer for the Lady Warriors. And you still have to come back from down 22 points right now, but at the same time, you can get some players into foul trouble. Maybe that can lead to you mounting a sort of a comeback. You know, I've seen a team come from down 40 to bring it to a 10-point game before.
Wow.
That was the McAlester boys. Adante Holloman led, and Coach Will Holloman led McAlester boys. Didn't complete the comeback, but made things interesting over at the house on the hill.
What game was that?
I believe it was Fort Gibson.
Okay. I
think we were down, and Fort Gibson they started to send in their reserves. We kept in our starters, and we really started to find a groove, but we just couldn't overcome, again, too big of a hole. 2:24 left in the first half. Zoomer backpedals it on up towards the circle again. On him quickly. Zoomer gets away from 2 different players, but gets a screen by Lesnow, and there'll be a ball knocked out of bounds as Zoomer hits the deck. And Glenpool just wants to keep suffocating pressure here on McAllister's ball handlers. Double teams and sometimes triple teams. They got a lot of speed 1 through 5 in the lineup, and to go with a couple of tall, towering figures in the post. Pass side post Cole, bounce pass out far corner Morgan. Morgan on the drive. Left-handed hook shot blocked. Out of bounds. Another block there by the Lady Warriors. That time I believe it was Proctor.
That's the 3rd block here in the first half.
Ivy baseline inbound with 2:05 left in the half. Looks, finds Cole mid-range. Cole, hook shot from in the paint, can't bank it in. Offensive rebound, Lesnow lost it, and she's fouled. That's why she lost it. That's team foul number 5 on Glenpool, which means free throws for Rylan Lesnow.
Free throws on any foul from here on out, right? Is that not the 5th team foul? Or was
that was
4?
The 5th. They were quick with it at the scoreboard then, I guess. Team foul number 4. 3rd personal on number 3. That was Gibson. Inbound, gets tipped loose, saved by Ivy along the far sideline. Pass to Morgan left wing. Morgan with the ball over her head. 1 dribble, feeds to Ivy in between the circles. And a overhead pass goes sailing nearly into the tunnel. She was expecting Zoomer to be further into the corner. Zoomer came into the front court for assistance, and that just went flying.
And just for the record, I do have that as Glenpool's 5th foul on that previous possession.
Okay. 1:38 left in the half. Angle left, long 3 is nearly banked in. That one is an offensive rebound. The putback no good. Cole has the board. Cole gives to Zoomer, 1:27 left in the half. Either way, though, still every foul from here on out should result in free throws. Key on should. Zoomer runner that was contested highly from the right elbow is missed. McAlester is in a major cold zone right now. Glenpool outside, top of the key. McKinney on the drive, finds a lane, left alone. 2 is up and good. I don't know what the run is right now. I've lost track. 36-12, though. Under a minute left in the half. A tipped pass goes straight over to Zoomer. Zoomer feeds it back to Lesnow in the corner. Lesnow throws into a double team to Cole. It's intercepted by the Lady Warriors again.
That's 9 steals for the Warriors here in the first half.
They are everywhere. Proctor, hands off. Finds its way to Shed. Shed with the handoff to number 13, Autumn Spears. Spears finding a lane. Free throw line runner nearly banks in. Nice box out and rebound by Lesnow. 24 seconds left in the half. Ivy throwing ahead for Morgan, and Morgan was never in a good position to be able to get that ball. She was closed in on one-on-one in transition, and Ivy threw that out of bounds. If Morgan was going to catch that pass, she'd have had to really contort her body in a way to be able to go back and make that catch. After a pretty decent first quarter of basketball, the wheels have fallen off here in the second for McAlester. I think they've only gotten 2 points here in the second.
I think you're right.
10 seconds left in the half. 24-point lead for Glenpool. Straight away, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, pass left wing. Gibson on the drive. Gibson floater from the free throw line. It's well short, but because she was fouled. with 1.9 seconds left in the half.
Foul's going to be on Les now, her second.
Foul number 5, Les now, the Buffalo. First second.
So Gibson at the free throw line. Her first free throw is good. And here comes the second. Good as well. 38-12. Morgan's got the ball. Half-court heave. It's good if it goes, but it's well short. And that'll be the end of the first half. Glenpool uses a dominating second quarter. 38-12 lead over the McAlester Lady Buffaloes here in day one of the Sequoyah Invitational. We will take a break and return. You're listening to McAlester Lady Buff Basketball on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
Let's suppose you had a traffic accident. What do you do next? Yes, calling 911 might be a good idea. You'll also want to call your insurance agent. You know all that, but who would you call for repairs? Making that decision in advance is always wise. Ask friends and acquaintances. The name Buck Wilson is sure to come up time and again. They have the expertise, the equipment, and use only the best replacement parts. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
This December, it's time to trade in and trade up at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. Trade in and drive home in a brand new Nissan with more tech, more comfort, and more holiday cheer. Whether it's a rugged Frontier, a family-ready Rogue, or a stylish Sentra, we'll help you trade in and trade up to something that makes every drive feel like Christmas morning. So trade in, trade up. Your sleigh just got an upgrade only at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
So at the end of the first half, it was a rough second quarter for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes as they let it kind of get away from them, and the Glenpool Lady Warriors, who much improved from a year ago, and even then they were good from a year ago, 20-11, and were that close to be able to making it to the state tournament. But they are looking like they're one of the top juggernauts in Class 5A this season, and they're showing it here today in the opening game of the Sequoyah Invitational. Of course, they were runner-ups last year, so they're going for it all here this season. Again, whoever wins this game plays Sapulpa. That will be a tough test itself. This girls' Sequoyah Invitational bracket is stacked. I mean, you have Ada on one side. You also have Sequoyah Tahlequah themselves. They're the ones that won it last year on the other side of the bracket.
Muldrow's always good.
Muldrow, Sapulpa, of course, and you got Glenpool here as well. McAlester facing Glenpool. Again, a top team in this tournament, a top team in 5A. And we'll see if McAlester can kind of cut into the deficit, which is 38-12 right now. Let's look at how we got here with your halftime stats. Brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
All right, Nate, let's look at our first half stats. Again, personal stats for McAlester and then team stats for both of our teams.
All right, first up, Riley Lesnow had 5 points in the first half. She's your leading scorer. She had 5 rebounds as well, with 1 being offensive, 4 defensive. Also had a block in that first half. Sorry. Oh, man. That was bad timing. Cambry Zoomer had 4 points in the first half, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds. Next up, Tinley Morgan, 2 points, 4 defensive rebounds. Katie Ivey had a free throw made, also 2 defensive rebounds. Mila Cole had 3 rebounds in the first half, 1 offensive, 2 defensive. And Taylor Williams had a rebound, and that will do it for individual statistics. And what I was talking about in just before we came back from break, Glenpool shooting 15 of 38 from the field, good for 39%. McAlester has only taken 18 shots in the first half.
Oh, my goodness.
So Glenpool has only made 3 less shots than McAllister's taken in the first half. McAlester 4 of 18, good for 22%. McAlester 0 of 3 from three-point range, and Glenpool not much better from 3 of 14, good for 21%. Free throws, McAlester 4 of 6, good for 67%. Glenpool 5 of 6 at 83%. McAlester is actually out-rebounding Glenpool right now, 17 to 15. Glenpool has 6 offensive rebounds, McAlester 3. McAlester 14 defensive rebounds to Glenpool's 9. But this is where Glenpool's winning the game right now. Just 1 turnover for the Lady Warriors, unforced, and Glenpool has forced 16 first half McAlester turnovers.
And that's a pace of 32 turnovers.
Yeah.
And that's not going to win you any games.
No.
It's not going to win you any games.
It's not going to matter who you're playing. You cannot turn the ball over that much.
And, of course, it's by pressure because out of those 16 turnovers, as you mentioned, 9 of those have been steals, and the ones that have been unforced, they're still forced because they're applying pressure on McAlester, and it's forcing McAlester to just be careless with the basketball right now. Because really, McAllister's helped Glenpool to under 40% shooting. This could be worse.
It could very much be worse.
But McAlester has had tight pressure defensively to be able to keep it I hate to say this, just a 26-point game right now. So defensively, of course, you'd like to be able to force some more turnovers, but against a team like Glenpool who's averaging 70 points per game, I think that you're kind of on pace with what other teams have been doing against them so far this season. So defensively, like I said, you could use some more turnovers forced, but not complaining there. It's taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, just continue closing out on the three-point shot because this is obviously a team that trusts their three-point ball, and if that gets going, it could get really ugly.
Yeah, so if I'm McAlester, you got to be able to take care of the basketball. I think that this is a team that can eventually do so, but of course right now, when you are a veteran-reliant team, because you have Rylan Lesnow and Cambry Zoomer, Taylor Williams, those are your 3 players that have had a lot of varsity experience at the 5A level. Everyone else, they're learning as they go. The talent's there. They're going to get there, but they are desperately lacking experience. And now you're looking at this. You're looking at I'm just going to call it, Glenpool's going to be a state tournament team this year. Then in your last game, you faced a state tournament team in the the Durant Lady Lions, who ended up only beating you by 12, and it was a game until the 4th quarter. And then you play Claremore, who is an up-and-coming team. He's got a couple of star veteran players as well, and you led them by 11 at one point. So McAlester is getting that varsity experience. It could be a lot like last season, where you had the senior leaders and then the underclassmen that had to learn varsity play, and then by the middle of the season they started to click. You could have a situation here with the Lady Buffaloes here, but with the exception of they're playing, I think, through 3 games, 2 of the 3 have been tougher competition than what you saw back in 2024, 2025. But if they can, again, figure it out and kind of start taking care of the basketball and finding out where to go when the pressure is applied, I think maybe they can cut into this deficit a little bit and see where it goes from there. Let the chips fall where they may. But if they cannot come back from a 26-point deficit, they will be playing at 10 in the morning tomorrow against Classen, a team that fell 88-16
and that
against
is
Tahlequah.
That is a game that you can win.
Yeah.
That is a very winnable game for McAlester.
So we'll see what happens for the next 16 minutes of game time, but for now we'll take a 60-second break and we'll return with the second half. Get McAlester down 38-12 to Glenpool here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
(38-12), the Glenpool Lady Warriors on top of McAlester, where just their scoring output in the second quarter was drastically diminished. So we're trying to see if we can cut down on the turnovers and go up on the shooting percentage, because right now, again, McAlester at 22% from the field on the season. They're at 37% just through 2 games, though. So we switch sides. We'll see if the right side of the floor is going to favor McAlester a little bit better than the left. And we're back underway. McKinney with the basketball straight away. On the floor for McAllister's Ivy, Zoomer, Morgan, Cole, and Lesnow. No one really in foul trouble for McAlester. There's a couple players in foul trouble for the Lady Warriors, including them. The person that just made that last three, Yaya Gibson from the right wing, hits the three. She also has 3 fouls, and it's 41-12, and Glenpool picks up from where they left off in the previous quarter. McAlester, a much better job beating the press here, is now Lesnow driving in low post, has her pocket picked as she was going up with the shot, rather. And after a rebound, stepping out of bounds was Cameron Shedd, so McAlester has a second chance here along the baseline. Only the second turnover on Glenpool today. Ivy looks to inbound. Ivy bounce pass to Lesnow. Jump shot is short from about 4 feet out. Offensive rebound by Mila Cole. And McAlester breaks that run that Glenpool went on. 41-14 the score. 7:13 left in the third. Gibson, right-handed pass to McKinney, further into the corner, to the near corner to Allen. Allen works off a screen and passes to Gibson straight away. Gibson splits the defenders. Free throw line runner is missed, but there is a foul called.
And it will be 2 shots. Foul's going to be on Katie Ivy, her first.
Everyone on the floor right now has at least 1 foul. Lesnow and Cole each have 2 fouls. First attempt, no good, too strong.
Glenpool 5 of 7 from the free throw line now.
Gibson takes a couple of dribbles, and her second free throw is up and made as well. It's 42-14. Glenpool on top of McAlester with 6:57 left in the third. Morgan taking it down the floor, passing right wing to Lesnow. Lesnow ball overhead, passes right elbow. Cole, bounce pass back outside the perimeter to Zoomer, who takes it to the corner and will reverse direction and go between the circles. Gets a screen by Cole, goes opposite of that screen. Lobs inside for Cole, she's undercut. There's a foul called in the paint on McKinney.
That'll be the first team foul on Glenpool, second personal on McKinney.
6:38 left in the third. Ivy slaps the ball, looks for an open lady. Lobs to high post. That's a travel on Lesnow, but they don't get it top of the key. Morgan splits the defenders into the paint. She goes. Tough twos up, but she's fouled first. And free throws. No, they're calling a tie ball.
Oh.
Tie ball, but the possession arrow still favors McAlester. No foul, tie ball.
Ivy will be inbounding.
Ivy looks. Morgan's open. Near corner, Morgan thought about the three. Instead dribbles along the perimeter further into the wing area. Finds his way to Zoomer. Zoomer back to Morgan, right wing. She's kind of left alone. She'll take that three from the arc, and she misses it. Too strong with the three-pointer. Cambry Zoomer still the only McAlester Buffalo to make a three so far this season. And speaking of number three, it is Gibson with 2 more points. She's up to 16 points and a 44-14 Glenpool lead over McAlester. The deficit is 30 with 6:03 left in the third. Les now angle right. Overhead pass between the rings to Ivy. Get McAlester on the right side of the half-court line. Pass to the left wing to Les now. Les now fakes the pass left, dribbles right. Hands off to Zoomer. Zoomer straight away. Underhand pass to Ivy. Again, staying beyond the perimeter. Now lob inside to Cole. Cole with a tough two, trying to get around McKinney. But again, McKinney's such a good defender down the post. There's not been much by the rim.
Yeah.
It's a bad matchup for McAlester here today. And McKinney, you can't find her wide open either, though. McKinney was wide open alone down by the rim. She scores with the right hand, and it's 46-14.
It just can't happen.
5:22 in the third. Straight away, Ivy feeds to Les now, left front court. Les now standing about, I'd say, 4 feet from the three-point line. She dribbles and gives to Morgan in the near corner. Back to Ivy, high post pass to Les now. Les now a couple of dribbles in, takes the 10-foot jumper and misses. McAlester cannot buy a bucket. Passing ahead in transition, the Warriors will back it on up and get it into the front court and set up their offense. Well, their offense is Gibson, and she misses a three with a straightaway three. McKinney gets a rebound. She's kind of fouled a little bit, but no whistle. Back inside to Gibson. Gibson with a two is good. It is ugly here in Sequoyah, and also Ivy is hurt. It's Ivy's left ankle, and we'll have an injury timeout here to tend to the sophomore. She's getting up, but she's going to be favoring that left ankle. We'll take an injury timeout and return on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
It's not good to see at all. Katie Ivy ended up having a left ankle injury, and she tried to walk it off, and then just in a little bit too much pain. So Coach Courtney Bashirs came over to her and picked her up off of her feet and took her over to the bench, and we're hoping that everything's going to be okay there with Katie Ivy. But especially in a game like this where it's 48, you never want to see an injury, but especially in a game that looks like it's well decided at 48-14 Glenpool. Tough to see there, and hopefully it's better than it looks.
Yes.
And hoping for a speedy recovery there for Ivy. But McAlester with the ball right now down big. It's a 34-point deficit, 48-14 against the stellar Glenpool Lady Warriors. Driving in, Rylan Les now. Tough drive and score. McAlester has their third and fourth points of the quarter. 4:21 left in the third.
Les now has 7 points now.
She's the leading scorer for the black and gold. Pringle in the front court, reversing direction with a pass to the right wing to Hooks. Hooks to the short corner, far side to his back iron. And a good box out and rebound by Chloe Boatwright, who's into the game. Zoomer ahead to Morgan, angle right. Morgan to Boatwright straight away. Passes to Les now. Les now looks inside the perimeter to see if something comes open on some moving parts. Pass side post. Boatwright looks inside, tried to find a cutting Tinley Morgan, but it's intercepted by Avery Allen. Allen backpedals and passes straight away. Bounce pass high post. Looking down to the low post, back outside. Good ball movement by Glenpool. McAlester out of a 2-3 zone defense. 3:33 left in the third, so a lot of threes going on right now. Near corner, back over to Allen. For the first time today, it seems like Glenpool slowing things down. Pass high post, back outside. Far corner drive and dribble. Back outside to Allen. Allen, sharpshooter, takes the three, but this one's off to the left side. Looks like you're pushing the back down the low post, no whistle. Offensive board, right wing three is missed as well. Climbing in for the rebound is Zoomer, and she clears it. 3:09 left in the third. A good pass down inside to Cole. Cole draws contact, and a blocking foul call down in the low post. Mila Cole with 2 free throws on the way.
And it'll be the second team foul on Glenpool. First foul on number 12, Cameron Shedd.
The thing that McAllister's going to be upset about, and I know that Glenpool has, again, played some tough opponents, but they've also given up an average of 53.3 points per game through 6 games. McAllister would like to see a little bit better scoring output than what they've had today. Cole's first free throw is good. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Lila Cole was 3 of 6 from the charity stripe against Durant back on Tuesday. She had a career-high 7 points in her early career. Game number 3 for the freshman. Second free throw is up and back ironed. And Tinley Morgan gives the McAlester Lady Buffaloes another chance at points. She misses the shot from the right block. Cole was going after the basketball. It was last touched by a Lady Buffalo. Oh, no. Well, one person said so, and now it looks like it will actually stay with McAlester. Morgan will inbound along the baseline.
Checking in for Glenpool will be number 5. Checking out number 2.
Mesquite Proctor in for Avery Allen. 3 minutes left in the third. 48-17, Glenpool up on top of McAlester. Morgan looks, has to lob out to Boatwright. Boatwright grabs it left wing to the top of the key, straight away. Lesnow dribble drives in, stops mid-range, misses the shot. They've had those shot attempts. There's been a lot of them open in the paint. McAlester, again, just can't buy a bucket if they had all the money in the world right now. Pass baseline. Looking inside, nice defensive Chloe Boatwright to reject that pass. Glenpool sticks with the basketball, and they'll set up the offense again. Angle left, Pringle with the basketball. McAlester getting out of that 2-3 zone. It looks like it's Zoomer and Lesnow, the 1 and 2. Right elbow, back outside, right wing, 2:23 left in the third. Working around the perimeter are the Lady Warriors. A feed into the corner to Pringle. Pringle off of a screen by Rogers. Top key spin move, nice B-button move, runners up and strong. And rebounded by Lesnow. Lesnow trying to get some Lady Warriors off of her. A pass to Boatwright. And a timeout called by Coach Bashirs with 2:07 left in the third. McAllister's defense has been great here in the third quarter. The points are still hard to come by. 48-17 the score. You're listening to Lady Buff Basketball on KNED.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit, finish, and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
2 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. The McAlester Buffaloes down to 2 timeouts, but they're down 48-17. Again, just trying to create a little bit of momentum before their game, which will more than likely be against Classen, barring a major comeback. Again, Lady Buffs down 31 points in a game that Glenpool has really controlled since the tip. They did lead at one point 2-0 before Glenpool found their shot. And it was a pretty close game going into the second quarter as well, but things like that with a turnover leading to points for Glenpool is the reason why we had the deficit that we do. Pass high post, back outside, far corner. Looks like Lesnow has taken a seat for a moment, and I believe so has Zoomer. So
yes.
Some new players onto the floor, and Darlene Needham, and also Parker Cochran on the floor for McAlester. A lot of freshmen currently on the floor. Tinley Morgan, also number 3 into the game, which we don't have a... Oh, yes, we do. That's Cochran.
Yes.
Cochran. So she's number...
I think that's 5 freshmen on the floor for McAlester.
As here's a rebound baseline by Cochran. And I'm looking around. Yeah, that's 5 freshmen on the floor right now for McAlester. 1:07 left in the third quarter, 48-17. Right wing Needham picks up her dribble, throws inside, tried to throw it to Boatwright. And it's a foul call that actually saves Needham from a pass that was going to sail out of bounds.
Foul's going to be on number 22, Needham. That's her second. Or
Rogers.
Why did they say Needham?
Because, I don't know, because Needham was the one that threw the pass. Inbound near corner. Morgan with the corner three. Airballed. Out with a long rebound is the lady that shot the ball. Morgan trying to drive. B-button spin move. Throws up a wild two that almost went as she was falling to the floor. Rebounded by Glenpool. Glenpool now with the wide open layup in transition. That's missed. Completely missed there by Cheyenne Hooks. McAlester still keeps 2 points off the board there. Needham dribbles into a double team in the front court. She was pulled from behind. No whistle. Now to the other side of the floor. There's a made shot, a wild shot. Again, she missed the easy one, but makes the hard one. There's Cheyenne Hooks. It's 50-17. 22 seconds left in the third. Needham dribbling right side, picking up the dribble, overhead pass to Cochran. Cochran into the corner to Morgan, lobbing inside to Cole. Cole left block. Cole, hook shot in the paint, scores. Mila Cole, primary source of the offense here in the third quarter. 4 seconds left in the third. 31-point lead. Shot at the buzzer is good if it goes. Too hard off the glass, and we head to the fourth quarter. Glenpool leading over McAlester 50-19 here on KNED.
Hello, I'm David with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Right now, eligible homeowners can take advantage of energy tax credits. And guess what? If you're a PSO customer, you can save even more. We'll help you find exactly what you qualify for. We turn 90-degree air into a 72-degree comfort oasis. So don't despair, call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
Let's suppose you had a traffic accident. What do you do next? Yes, calling 911 might be a good idea. You'll also want to call your insurance agent. You know all that, but who would you call for repairs? Making that decision in advance is always wise. Ask friends and acquaintances. The name Buck Wilson is sure to come up time and again. They have the expertise, the equipment, and use only the best replacement parts. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
We're about to begin the fourth quarter here in our second game of the day for the McAlester Public School, High School Lady Buffaloes. Buffaloes won the first game over the Ada Cougars, and they're advancing into the winner's bracket. As for the ladies, they're down 48-19 to Glenpool. Again, Glenpool were in the championship game last year. Looks like they could be well on their way, but they have to face Juggernaut and Sapulpa in the next round. Who drew up that bracket to put Glenpool and Sapulpa in round two? As there's a missed shot to begin the fourth quarter. That one's knocked out of bounds after it was missed.
And checking into the game is Kelsey Rowell from McAlester.
7:47 left in the game. Glenpool up 48-19. Again, not a lot of points for Glenpool in the third quarter, but McAlester were kind of kept off the board a little bit as well. They were able to score 7 points. I think they were outscored 10-7 in the third quarter, so kept it a little bit closer there, but still. Glenpool's are really not shooting all that well, are they?
No, they're 20 for 52.
Pass inside, 2-pointers up, and almost looked like a block for Cole. Instead, it's a foul on the shot, and free throws coming up for the Lady Warriors.
Glenpool shooting 38% from the field.
McAllister's been at 23%, and it's just that combined with the turnovers, it's not been a great day here for the Lady Buffs.
Yeah.
At the free throw line is Faith Rogers. First free throw is up and back iron. They've also struggled from the charity stripe today. Well, I feel like they have.
6 and 9. And checking in will be number 25 for McAlester.
That's Kennedy Earhart.
Checking in for Mila Cole.
Again, McAlester will be playing in the consolation side of the bracket for the next 2 days, so they'll play Classen tomorrow
at 10 a.m.
Second free throw is missed. I think they missed the last 4 free throws in a row, if I'm not mistaken. That's why it feels like they've missed a whole lot today. But now they're at 60% of 6 of 10. 48-19 Glenpool on top of McAlester. Needham currently with the ball, passing angle right to Cochran in the front court. Back between the rings to Earhart. Left wing to Boatwright, back to Earhart. Earhart bounce passes to Cochran. Needham trying to split the defenders. Ball hits the deck, and it's taken by the Lady Warriors once more.
13th steal for Glenpool.
Kicking out late, far corner three in the air. That one's airballed, way too strong. Offensive rebound throws it straight to a Lady Buffalo. And with that interception, Darlene Needham. That is her first steal as a Lady Buff. Needham passing right to Boatwright. Boatwright overhead pass between the circles to Earhart. Earhart back to Boatwright, passing low post to Needham. Needham turnaround jump shot is missed, too strong with the shot. Offensive rebound and all alone attacking the basket. Number 2, that's starter Avery Allen that makes the layup, and it's 50 to 19. 52-19. They're slow on the scoreboard here. Should be 52-19, but they have not put that up on the scoreboard yet. 6:15 left in the game. Bounce pass high post, and the ball nearly stripped away. We'll have a tie ball, and it will stay with McAlester as they own the possession arrow. Rogers comes out into the game. Cameron Shedd. Only 11 players on the Glenpool roster, so they don't have a third string. It's just the first team, second team, and both those teams are pretty dang good. Pass inside, turnaround shot by Boatwright's missed. Offensive board down inside by Cochran. Gets it to Needham. I think it's Earhart, actually, and her dribble was stripped away. Another steal there by the Lady Warriors. They just keep on racking them up.
Up to 14 now. Score should be 52-19.
A dribble right past Darlene Needham. An excellent move by Avery Allen. That's a freshman on freshman crime. 54-19 is now the score. 5:38 left in the game. And Needham lost the ball again. Needham trying to grab it back in the circle. She hits the deck, and there'll be a foul called in the circle on the Lady Warriors. Foul on Autumn Spears, the 5'4" senior.
It's her first.
Cochran.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying Cochran's inbounding here to Needham. Needham in the corner of the front court. Passing high post. Back outside. Cochran. Near corner 3 is in the air and back ironed. Chance at a rebound. It'll be taken by the Lady Warriors. McAlester slow to get back to the other side. Avery Allen takes a stroll through the park and makes a layup to make it 56-19. And this is about as ugly as it gets here for McAlester. And one of their biggest losses of the season last year was to Chickasha in the Bridge Creek Classic. That was like a 47-point loss, if I'm not mistaken. Right now, McAlester, as I'm going to be doing some quick math here, down 56-19. That is a 37-point deficit. Low post shot is blocked. Boatwright shot is blocked. Glenpool again way ahead of McAlester in transition. Easy layup by Avery Allen. And she's all of a sudden up to 14 points, and it's now 58-19. 39-point deficit for McAlester. But yeah, we're going to be burning our candles at both ends tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll have the early game at 10 a.m. Then we're going to set up, or pack up rather, and then set up shop again for the late game. So the boys will play at 8:30, and the girls will play at 10. As this pass is just a unforced turnover. McAlester playing, like I said, I know that these are players that are nearly all of them getting their first varsity minutes today. The only ones that haven't has been Darlene Needham. She got her first minutes on Tuesday.
And Kelsey Rowell played a little bit last year as well.
Far corner. Pass inside. Quick 2 is airballed. Nice closing defense by Boatwright. Rebounded by Kennedy Earhart. We're halfway through the fourth quarter here in a 56-19 game. Right wing. Earhart has an open lady at the high post. Rowell feeds it back outside to Needham to the left wing. Cochran back to Needham. Needham passing back left side. Cochran fires the 3. That's off the iron. Rebounded by Earhart along the baseline. Earhart tries to get it further to the right block area. Boatwright currently has it. She's double teamed and a foul called on Glenpool, which will be their second team foul here of the fourth.
Foul's going to be on number 21, her first.
That is Kinley Kirk. Cochran will inbound. Gives it far corner to Earhart. Earhart finds his intended target in Needham. Left wing 3, short. That ball goes bouncing towards the far sideline and out of bounds, last touch by the shooter. Clock stops at 3:26 left in the game and a 56-19 Glenpool lead that is in a game that's all but over here. And checking in will be number 11, Callie Burrow. High post back outside. Long straightaway 3 is no good. Too strong on the shot. Both teams not really shooting well at all. We have a tie up here after a ball was grabbed by Kelsey Rowell.
Teams are shooting a combined 4 for 28 from 3-point range. Glenpool 4 of 20, McAlester 0 of 8.
Far corner three is banked in.
We had to say something.
But number 5, Mesky Proctor, and it's now, 61-19. Again, they still never put those 2 points up on the board from earlier, so it's 61-19, 3 minutes left in the game. Far corner tries to give it to a cutting Earhart. That sells past her and into the arms of Cochran. Cochran to Burrow. Burrow, right wing to, I think that's Needham. Needham overhead pass back to the edge of the circle. Quick swinging it over to the left wing. Into the corner to Burrow. Burrow passing high post. It's tipped around and stolen again. Proctor down the floor. Proctor ahead to a Lady Warrior, and that's Avery Allen with 2 more points. 63-19. They're allowing some more substitutions to come in, and Ember Pringle comes in for Avery Allen. Pass high post, Needham. Backpedaling, Needham. Ball's on the deck. There will be a tie ball, staying with McAlester. You know, the good news, I'm always a glass half full guy here. The good news is you have a lot of tape to be able to watch from this.
Yes.
And you play this team 2 more times. There's things that you can learn about your team. There's things that you can improve upon in practice. And also the good news, even though this team is a district foe, this won't count in the district standings. Will not count towards the playoffs. It just means that you don't advance to the winner's bracket here in this tournament. Again, wide open, slow to get back on the other side transition-wise. Here's a right wing three that's in the air and airballed. And it's last touched by the shooter, out of bounds. But McAlester, over their last 2 games from 3-point range, they're 1 of 18. Talking about the Lady Buffs. The only person to make a 3 this season has been Cambry Zoomer through 3 games now. New player into the game, and Kaylee Autry. Wing pass over to Autry to the right side. To Burrow. Burrow into the corner to Rowell. Rowell tried to go off the screen by Burrow, and it's again intercepted by the Lady Warriors. Open layup on the other side. McAlester slow to get back, 65-19.
2 points, here.
And McAlester 1 point away from one of their biggest losses, at least in the time that we've been calling McAlester basketball. That goes back to 2017-2018. That loss to Chickasha last year was one of their biggest, and a 47-point loss. Down the low post, a prayer shot is grazing the front iron, and it will stay with McAlester as it goes out of bounds. When this game comes to an end, we're going to take a quick break and kind of go over these stats here, and then we'll talk about the boys' game as well, as they're going on to the winner's bracket. They'll play the winner of Sapulpa and Sequoyah Tahlequah. They play tonight at 8:30, so we won't know till late on who we play.
We'll just have to prep for both.
There's an inbound that goes all the way to the half-court line, nearly a backcourt violation after it was grabbed by Earhart. 1:11 left. Needham. Right front court, passing back to the left side to Autry. Autry to left wing, pass high post. Needham pushed on a 2. At this point, not going to blow the whistle there. On the other side, Glenpool's going to hold on to the basketball. Let's see if 50 seconds left, they take another shot. Left wing shed, backpedals it on up. Yeah, I think they might just dribble out the ball, or out the clock here. Again, applying pressure to the end here will be Burrow. She's just enough pressure to have the Lady Warriors pass the ball around. But this was an absolute dominance. Well, I thought that Glenpool would just hold on to the ball for the rest of it. They tried throwing it to the near corner and went sailing into the Glenpool bench, so McAlester has one more chance at points to try to eclipse the 20-point mark.
That was only the 3rd unforced turnover by Glenpool today.
Inbound to Needham. Last chance at points here for McAlester. Left side to Earhart. Earhart to Autry. 14 seconds to Burrow. Burrow to Earhart. 9 seconds. Earhart left side to Autry. Back to Burrow. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Needham. 2 seconds. Near corner 3 at the buzzer. Won't go, and that'll be the end of the game. Our final score here today, 65-19, the Glenpool Lady Warriors, again, with a dominant showing over the McAlester Lady Buffaloes to advance to the winner's bracket and hopes to go back to the championship game. But they'll have to take on the Sapulpa Lady Chieftains, who quite frankly, have been dominant no matter where they've gone. And we'll see how that game goes. As for the Lady Buffaloes, they'll play Classen tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll recap both of our games when we come back and look at the post-game stats to this one. You're listening to McAlester Lady Buff Basketball on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
This December, it's time to trade in and trade up at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. Trade in and drive home in a brand new Nissan with more tech, more comfort, and more holiday cheer. Whether it's a rugged Frontier, a family-ready Rogue, or a stylish Sentra, we'll help you trade in and trade up to something that makes every drive feel like Christmas morning. So trade in, trade up. Your sleigh just got an upgrade only at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. And don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
So McAlester basketball is done for the day here in day one of the Sequoyah Tahlequah Invitational. The McAlester Buffaloes win their game back in the boys' game over the Ada Cougars by nearly 20 points, but the Lady Buffaloes took on a tough team in the Glenpool Lady Warriors and did not bring their A game today as they fell today. A final score of 65-19 against the Lady Warriors. Let's go ahead and let's have our post-game stats and begin to tear down everything today so we can get ready for tomorrow. Again, McAlester Auto Collision bringing your post-game stats. They're who you want after the event. They'll make your vehicle look great again. Call 918-715-3173. So, Nate, let's look at these individual stats and go to the team stats that will tell the story of kind of just what went wrong today.
Ryan Lesnow was your leading scorer. She had 7 points today. She had 6 rebounds, 1 offensive, 5 defensive, along with the block. Mila Cole had 5 points today, 4 rebounds, 2 offensive, 2 defensive. Next up, Cambry Zoomer had 4 points today, 3 rebounds. Then Tinley Morgan had 2 points, but 6 rebounds today. Another impressive showing from her on the boards. 2 offensive rebounds, 4 defensive. Next up, Katie Ivey had to leave a little bit early with that injury. Hopefully, we're able to see her play again tomorrow. But if not, we're definitely hoping for a speedy recovery. She had 1 point, 2 rebounds. After that, Darlene Needham recorded a defensive rebound. Chloe Boatwright had 2 rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 defensive, as did Parker Cochran, 1 offensive, 1 defensive rebound. Then Kelsey Rowell had 2 defensive rebounds. Kennedy Earhart had 1 defensive rebound. Taylor Williams had 1 defensive rebound, and that will do it for your individual scoring. And we'll move on to team stats, and folks, it's not pretty. There's not really a better way to say it. McAlester 7 of 39 from the field, 18%. That's not great. After that, Glenpool took 63 shots today. 27 of 63, good for 43%. McAlester 0 of 9 from 3. Glenpool 5 of 22 from 3, good for 23%. McAlester 5 of 8 from the free throw line, good for 62%. Glenpool 6 of 10 for 60%. McAlester actually finished out-rebounding the Glenpool Lady Warriors 30-28. Man, that's twice now.
You're going to cough in the middle of your stats?
Again. Glenpool turned the ball over 5 times today. McAlester turned the ball over, doing some quick math in my head. That is 8 plus 18. Help me out.
26.
26. Okay. Yeah, they turned the ball over 26 times. There were 18 steals by the Glenpool Lady Warriors. 5 blocks for the Lady Warriors, 1 for your Lady Buffs.
The best thing that I can say about this game is there will be a tomorrow.
Yes, and again, not a district game.
And I will also say this. McAlester loses today by 46 points. Last year, they lost the game by 47. It was a season-high 47-point loss. After that, they rattled off 8 out of their next 10 games.
Right, they only lost 2 more games the rest of the year after that.
One thing that Coach Courtney Bashirs has done well is take bad losses and then turn them into stuff that can be good. And not saying that that's going to happen right now. But it can. And I think that it starts off with a team that, as you mentioned earlier, partner, they're beatable. Classon's definitely beatable. It's going to be your most winnable game to date thus far.
Yes.
So if McAlester, though, turns the ball over like they did in the first half against Clason, or they did against Glenpool against Clason, then you're going to see similar struggles. Because right now, through 3 games, what has happened for McAlester? When teams have applied pressure, when they pressed McAlester has struggled to break that press. They turned the ball over until they learn to be able to play with pressure in their face, and that just comes with experience. And it's going to take a little bit of time. You're going to have to keep on seeing different types of press formations and being able to learn to beat that. Did we start to see that in the third quarter? Yes. We had, I think, 18 turnovers in the first half, 10 for the remainder of the game. Now, granted, Glenpool did lay up on the pressure a little bit when it came to the press, but they did press some in the third quarter. McAlester beat that press. Most of the turnovers of those 10 came in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they build on maybe taking care of the ball a little bit better against the press that they did in the third quarter with more of our starters, the guys that play every single game and play major minutes every single game. But tomorrow presents an opportunity to get a win against a team that's struggling in Clason and propel them to something that could be bigger, maybe in a consolation championship, maybe into a couple more district wins next week. Again, we have a busy district slate next week against East Central, Glenpool, and Pryor. We know that East Central is beatable as well. I know that they lost to Durant by only 4 points, but again, you were with Durant up until the very end there.
Yeah.
And then you have a second chance at Glenpool. Now, I've seen teams get smoked by teams before and then maybe even win games the next time that they play each other. What today brought was an opportunity to look at film against a team that you'll see 2 more times this year. And like I said, even though they're a district foe, that was not a district game. The only thing that hurts you is you don't go to the winner's bracket in this tournament. You can build off of – so I think a lot of times you can learn more about yourself in losses than you can in wins, and we'll see if that happens with the Lady Buffaloes after today. So do you have any final words on the girls' game? And we get to talk about the boys' game a little bit more.
No, that's all I've got for the girls.
Okay, so quickly on the boys, because we talked about them earlier and we already went over the stats. Your final thoughts on the boys as they had a dominant win today to improve to 3-0 and take down a top 10 team in Class 4A by nearly 20 points.
I mean, that was very easily their best performance of the season so far. I mean, you hit every metric that you would typically see in a win. I believe you shot near 50% from the field, near 40% from 3, if not above that. Great from the free throw line. I'm pretty sure you out-rebounded Ada. And really, everyone played well for McAlester. There wasn't really a bad stat line for anyone.
Now, Ada's not going to shoot like that every single game, but also you can credit to their shooting or lack of shooting today because of McAlster's defense. So
yes.
I'm excited to see them play defense again. They held a team that was averaging over 60 points to 55 points, and some of those points came in kind of garbage time in the final 4 minutes there. So they play the winner of Sequoyah and Sapulpa. That game's at 8:30. McAlester plays tomorrow at 8:30, and as we mentioned during the broadcast of the girls' game, we're burning our candle at both ends. 10 a.m., McAlester against Clason for the Lady Buffs game in the consolation side, and in the winner's side in the semifinals, it'll be the Buffaloes against either Sequoyah, Tahlequah, or Sapulpa. It's either a rematch of last year's first round or a game against the team that were runner-ups of last year's tournament. So can you thank our sponsors one final time, Nate, and we will wrap things up here from Cherokee County.
Yes, I'd like to thank Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fenton Nissan McAlester, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank N.A., Stipe Law Firm, and Vickers Power Sports.
Again, a big thank you to our board operators. We had 2 today, Wyatt Hubbard and Austin Wheat. And thank you, the listener, for spending your Thursday with us. One final time from day 1 of the 2025 Sequoyah Invitational at the place where they play in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. The boys win their game, the girls fall on theirs to go to opposite sides of the bracket, trying to get 2 wins tomorrow. Until tomorrow, when McAlester continues into day 2 of the tournament, on behalf of Nate Brown and myself, this is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great day, have a Buffalo day, everybody.